Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. His name is Rhapsody. We're back. We're in Slipways. Let's get ready to get a brand new high score. That's right. It's time.
Oh, I'm always ready for a brand new high score. We've got it this time.
So, what's your pick? What's your pick
Gender.
today?
All
right.
I was kidding. Let's
Okay,
just
all right.
have a look at the perk selection. I want to kind of go around there.
All right.
Okay. These are not extraordinarily exciting. Gene breed.
I feel like there's a lot to be said about like transforming planets. I feel like maybe we should try and do that at some point, you know? Because there's I can't remember what the action is that the Bakar have, but mineral seeding here, Bakar definitely have an action. That might be kind of fun.
Well, it's mineral seeding for Bakar as well.
Is it mineral seeding for Bakar too?
We talked about this on a relatively recent episode. I say relatively recent because there's been a little bit of a break, but what we'd mentioned at the time was we want to try and have a way to utilize projects on the planets that we establish. We want to have a way to utilize the planets you can't usually utilize, your ice ball, your desert, your molten lava, etc. I say etc. I don't think there are any others that fit into that same realm. We want to have an idea of how to handle our money. We want to have an idea of how to handle our research. And it seems to me that currently, the only way we're currently really being offered to utilize those excess planets is mineralize in Vittori. Not Vittori, in Silted.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the alternative option is just to refresh the selection. But I mean, it's a little cheaty. I'll grant you that.
That is possible. But here's something I think you might be really interested in, and a way to utilize Silphid in that way is Euphorion currently has Well Prepared as one of their perks for the plus 40 credits at the very start, and they also have Xenotourism, right? So maybe, because a Taurus planet wants a person, but then it wants a bot, then it wants then it wants a good, then it wants a bot, then it wants a microchip. So what it really wants is a lot of things that are made out of ore, which you get from mineral seeding, right? So maybe what we use is, instead of using the excess early money from Well Prepared to set up an early lab, although we kind of do need to do that to get to Xenotourism, so we'll have to figure out like a halfway metric somewhere. But maybe we use that early boost to try and get a Xenotaurus facility up really early and then ball out of control in terms of money allowing us to do anything.
I don't think that's a bad idea, actually. I think, yeah, focusing on like an initially like really tight system to give us a whole bunch of money, maybe parlaying into Xenotourism would be really kind of cool. I mean, do we want to keep Vittori here, or do we want to swap out somebody else?
Well, let's have a little look. Let's have a wee gander at some of the others, because it is worth noting that Bakar, should Bakar get the right tier 2 advancement, will have solar farms, which we can then put on all of the mineral planets that have been created from all of the garbage ones, which is a lot of access to energy. Although we don't have the Bakar energy broken perk.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. The one that is going to be nerfed, which is kind of sad, but hey ho.
Although Bakar does have delivery of ore as giving us 6, right? And if we're mineral seeding and delivering ore and doing Xenotourism, hey, maybe that's a really, really good combo for us. I wouldn't be entirely sad to go with this across the board with miners as the final perk, but let's have a look at the other options. Well, Dender's also there.
Dender's not bad. Again, like, I feel like if we don't go for Dender, then that doesn't give us the late game, you know? Like, I feel like our playstyle has expanded to the point where in order to get like a truly bonkers score, we need Dander late game for the chance of getting like a happiness tech. Potentially.
Okay. I'm not entirely against it, because we are going to need the people to go into the Xenotaurus facilities. We're also going to need the people to go into the mineral places so that they can actually create the minerals that then go over to Forge Worlds to then go to the Xenotauros facilities afterwards. Possibly even into, not artifact trading, because we won't be able to take both of the Euphorian perks, but possibly into Remnant planets to also cart that along to possible Xenotauros facilities. I'm very heavily invested in the Xenotaurism plan. Maybe I'm over-invested in that, though.
I mean, we can adapt. We can adapt like a chameleon.
It feels like every time we adapt with regards to Xenotaurism, we adapt by stopping doing it.
Yes, not doing it. I agree. It would be good to try and do it. I think that, there's a lot of money to be made in Xenotourism. Mm-hmm. There's always money in the banana stand. So we gotta just...
Exactly.
Maybe, maybe we go for Vittori. We haven't actually done much Vittori in a while. Extra level 2 tech? That would be kind of pog.
More likelihood of getting hyperdrive and... Sorry to talk over you. More likelihood of getting hyperdrive and the miniaturization tech.
Yes, because miniaturization tech is 2, right? Miniaturization tech is 2 techs in order to get the... Maybe we go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
All right. Let's do it. Let's... Good vibes. Oh, no.
Let us slip these ways.
All right. There we go. Okay. So we got a 4-banger. Got a 4-banger.
You got a 5-banger between those two, I think.
No,
between the two that you outlined at the very start.
Yeah, 5-banger there. Good shout. 5-banger there. 5-banger there. So we have 1 5-banger there, 1 5-banger here. Maybe that's the best play, actually?
So you've got the one up to the top right. I think to the bottom right, you also might have another 5-banger. And those 2 5-bangers are next to each other. So you've got a 10 system from 2 scans.
Oh. All right.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is very exciting. Okay, and then... I just can't wait until pulsing gets turned off. That's genuinely going to be so momentous. Okay. So
we will know the times in Slipways as BP and AP before pulsing and after pulsing, of course.
That's right. Okay, so mines... I mean, there's nothing that we can really do with these mines at all, actually.
Not yet, but don't that look like a great place for a lab?
It does look like a great place for a lab. It looks like an absolutely spectacular place for a lab.
In fact, could you pop down a lab just temporarily to expand our search down in that area? Okay, there's a 4 and a 3 across.
It's not terrible. Yeah, not terrible. More stuff over here, that's for sure. I like that. Hold on, I'm just gonna... pump up the beats just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, do we want to explore this? I mean, there might be a 5-banger here.
If you can find a 5-banger there, I would love it.
That's a 5-banger.
Yes. Send it. That was the ideal. My God.
This is very curious, actually.
Okay, so my instant instinct is that what we're looking at right now is a gift. It is a gift, but it's at the end of a puzzle room.
Yes, very much so. Because there is a way. There's a way.
Yes.
There's a way.
Yep. There's a will. There's definitely a will. I can tell you that much. And there's definitely a way.
I mean, this is definitely connectable. So there's definitely a chance to supply
it's everything.
It's connectable to everything. There's definitely a route.
So we're in April, which does mean we have the time to colonize 2 areas and connect them.
Yeah. I mean, one of these is becoming a colony, right? It's like one of these is becoming a colony for sure.
Yeah, we need people.
Yeah. It's just which one.
So throwing some stuff at the wall.
Yep.
We cannot make Xenotauros facilities on swamps. We can make them on ocean world, jungle, and Earth-like. Right?
Correct.
So both of those are swamps, which make them ideal colonies for us. They also both have remnant facilities very, very nearby. So they can trade a person for a microchip instantaneously, right? So that's a two-way trade between that and a colony.
Yep.
Now, there's a remnant planet between the two if we wanted to turn both of them possibly into colonies. That's maybe a possible plan. It really depends on what's over on the other side of the colony. But then we have to find out a wheat plan. And how do we get wheat out of the situation? Well, we can either get it from a swamp by putting a bot inside of the swamp, or we can get it from the monoculture farm, but then we have to find the way to get the extra biomass for the bioculture farm.
Yeah.
So
there is...
While...
There's no biomass. There's no biomass coming here, basically. Unless we... Well,
I mean,
actually,
there can be. Like, the breeding program will do it, but then that would make the Arctic facility, I guess, the one in the top right, would then become our colony. Hang on, can that actually connect to the swamp?
No. Oh, actually, hold on. It might be able to if we... No, just out of range.
21! Because if that was a breeding facility, that could actually pop it into the primordial as well as the Arctic, and then just connect the primordial and Arctic, and you have a 3 closed system. Everyone's satisfied, and we're just getting excess everything.
Yeah, and the benefit is that we're also able to tickle the asteroid as well. You know, you know what? Definitely, these 2 planets are actually going to be kind of key too. I think, as much as I hate it.
Sorry, could you? I actually don't have your mouse on the screen this time, so if you could just...
Sorry.
There we go.
These 2 planets are going to be very key. I think maybe it's worth scanning those before making any judgment, but I also kind of feel like maybe we should just like get a colony down, you know, this year.
Do we have 8 months left?
We are in April. We have 9 months.
Okay. If we can get a 3-banger over with those 2 on the left and 1 in the north, I'm comfortable with that. That gives us enough of the lay of the land that I think we should be able to.
I mean, that is really a 4-banger, but I think that is the play.
It is? Yeah, exactly. But we can get a 4-banger with that to the north on a later year if we really want.
That's actually not bad. Because we're going to need robots here anyway. And robots give biomass. That is bad. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Actually, hold on. Wait, that is fine, actually. It at least means that this can be a colony relatively easily. If the wheat comes from the robot. I don't love it, but it's not bad.
Could you pop a lab down in the bottom left, please?
Yeah.
They're a bit further out than I would like.
Yeah. And no, I mean, there's what, 1 strong signal down there, 2, 3, 4 strong signals. The rest are weak, or the rest are medium. Okay, I mean, assuming that we just go for 1 colony right now, because we'll have to prioritize getting one of the colonies up and running. Which one do you prefer? Let me check. I mean, there's, 3 potential options, I guess. This one technically could be.
So that one actually kind of does excite me, but the main reason for that is because the upper left has the forebear ruin that we would be able to connect it to.
Yeah.
And that'd be like a relatively early forebear ruin. But again, we don't even know what our missions at the start are.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I can't see a realm where we have a colony well supported by the end of this year. Right? It's just not going to happen. We can only connect 1 input, and all of them need more than just 1 thing.
Would this make us profitable? That would make us profitable. And we're able to do it by the end of the year.
And it's the closest one to what I want, definitely, because then that can also port out the out to the left to the other lab if we really want to do that. We would just need to find some wheat.
That's not bad. Maybe we don't even try and mess with these planets yet. I mean, we know that they're there. We know that they're good. This is all gonna help. I mean, in fact, this is prime candidate number 1 for xenotourism, right? If this is eventually set up as a colony,
yep,
then
100%.
Yeah, I mean, robots, goods. What else is it? Microchips. I think we might be pretty close to having everything that we need for xenotourism there.
We would need something funded from the other side, just because that remnant lab's not going to be able to reach the jungle, so we're not getting the microchip from that. But yeah, that is a prime opportunity, which means the next thing we need to think about is how we get our research down. But I do like the scan that you noted just before, the 5 banger to the south of that.
Yeah, I think for the end of the year, that's not a bad play because it allows us to get missions relatively unimpeded going into the next year. I think. Is there any?
Love it. Totally agreed.
Maybe a better one. That is 2 high sources. That's the only. Oh, that was close.
Well, I mean,
that is 2 high sources.
The first one you located was 2 high sources, 2 medium, and 1 low. The second one you located was 2 low, 1 medium, 2 high.
It's true. It's true. You never want to go too high. All right, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's also like prime xenotourism. Prime xenotourism, my dude.
It is, but we are going to have to make wheat somewhere.
Yeah, which is less good. I'll grant you. All right, should we missions? There's no revisions from this point. I don't think we've not done much to revise from, to be honest. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see what we got. Okay. Goods production, robot production, remnant planet to successful. Is what I've got to say about that.
Okay, I have a plan. It might be really dumb. Reel me back in if it is.
Okay.
So we take Vittori, and whichever of the other we think we can finish the fastest. Probably Silphid, because we're going to have to try and make wheat, right? And then what we do next level is take Vittori and whatever other thing we think we can complete. That doesn't really matter at that point. We finish the second level Vittori mission, getting ourselves 8 research, and that 8 research gives us xenotourism.
That's hilarious, and I freaking love it. Oh my god, no lab? This is legit.
We get to skip the whole early lab, and then when we're starting to make so much money that we can just make labs, we can make labs.
I think it'll be this one. I think it'll be the Euphorian one.
Yeah, the Euphorian is definitely going to be, because that's only one planet, right? Otherwise, we have to successful a producing planet for
or get
bots.
Or get to, yeah, for sure. Although, microchips are here. Microchips are here, ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. They are, but the point where the bots factory is producing 4 bots is it's prosperous, right? Not it's successful.
Yeah.
It would be successful if we had the Silphid thing that produces an extra bot every single time you make bots.
I'm just going to see real quick. That gives us 4 income. That might straight up be worth maintaining just for cash.
So, yes and no. The flexibility we're losing there is that now has to be the way that we get biomass for that planet. And if that's the only way we can get biomass for... or rather, that's the way that we get wheat for the swamp, which means that's what needs to get biomass. If we get really limited and can't give that biomass later, it makes life a lot harder. Also, it's a source of wheat that only connects to one colony. We might want a source of wheat that connects theoretically to 2 possible colonies for us.
It would be 2 if this swamp becomes a colony.
Wait, it can connect across there?
Yeah, it can, apparently.
Oh, okay. I'm way more on board with it now.
I'm not super on board with it though, because I mean you do make a good point. I mean it'll probably connect up to that one, maybe just. But it depends if that's a biomass. It's a toughie, actually.
Could you tell us if that Arctic creates biomass at all, or is it just the water?
It only consumes, yeah.
But it's something that wants biomass as well.
Wait, hold on.
So if we found a swamp out to the right.
Gene rewriting, biomass. Yeah, oh no, we got gene rewriting. I knew we had something that consumed biomass. We got nothing that gives us biomass here. No, nothing. Solar superconductor, extreme miniaturization, good stuff. Solar, I didn't know that Vittori. I did know that Vittori gave you solar superconductors. That's pretty cool,
Mhm.
actually. That's very cool.
That's the reason we wanted to take Picard. It's here in our complete other strat. We've got hyperdrive, we've got flexible fabrication and extreme miniaturization. Got mind control. That could be our late game.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's wheat, right? Like we definitely take wheat here because then we just mind control it. I mean, if we don't mind control it, then it's going to be a terrible run anyway, and so we've got nothing to worry about.
It's in worst case we can mind control it. What's sleep replacement? Oh yeah, that's the income.
Yeah, 50% income across the whole galaxy. And technocracy as well, so plus 1% happiness for everyone working in a lab. I mean, if we could aim for like 3 labs, 3 people, 9% happiness, it's nothing to sniff at. It's a lot of upkeep, but it's not great. I'd be hoping that we'd unlock some more late game tech here. Maybe through Forebear Runes.
Okay, so not to get ahead of ourselves, but where are you planning for the goods factory to be built?
Well, I was actually thinking that this might be the prime place for it, but it's contingent on something being mineral out here. Actually, it's not. What am I talking about? Because we can just mineralize. If we are going to go for xenotourism and mineral seeding, ice ball, desert, and lava planets, we're almost certainly going to come across a desert, lava, ice ball planet around here, and that could be our mineral planet.
Okay, so currently we have that remnant planet that we're hoping to feed its output of the microchip. Is that still wanting to go into the swamp that's behind the Forge World you've got open?
That's a great question. I mean, it could.
Well, it can't do that as well as that Forge World feeds its good across the other swamp, right?
Are you going to pitch me on this one, being a goods factory?
No, I'm also not going to pitch that one because that also has the problem. The same problem, in fact.
This one, being a goods factory? And we haven't taken a mission yet, I would say. We're fine for...
Actually, does that one to the north not work? Because the goods would go across and across, right?
Yeah.
And then...
But it would
that works.
It would be the microchip connection that would interrupt the wheat. That would interrupt the wheat coming across here.
Oh yes, yes. That's why I thought that one wasn't gonna work. Okay, got it. Well, I think this just means that we have to make a decision here, right? Because this is too early for us to be planning around, what we're gonna do with hyperlanes later. And I think this is gonna be like a very important kind of production core for us. Can that Forge World actually connect to the currently established swamp? Sorry, the Forge World on the bottom left. Yes.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I did.
It's bottom left, the one that you had highlighted before. Yeah, it can. Okay.
I think this is the one because microchips. We don't necessarily know if we're going to be able to get water here. There is nothing that gives us water at all around here that's confirmed yet. This is the second output for the chip. Once we get to the advanced levels of construction for the goods. Plus, it allows
which
goods to go here, and here. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I think, for me, this is the one. I think.
How about we do a little bit of scouting in that area, see if we have like an easy mineral input for it, because it is going to need minerals to go into it so that we can succeed the mission. Otherwise, we're not making 2 goods.
Okay, that's a 5-banger there,
and then a 4 across. I like if you can get both.
Yeah, that's a 4-banger. Okay, I think we can do both of these. Okay, we'll do that one first. That's...
Can't reach.
Oh, that's criminal. Come on. That's awful. All right. Okay. And then there.
Yeah.
That ice ball. Ice ball. This is okay.
Yeah, but in order to complete our mission, we need to do this now.
It's true.
We can't mineralize that just yet. Which I think this might mean that we do have to take a different Forge World.
Here's a pitch. What if we make robots here and then make goods from robots?
Okay.
Well, that's still... It's not going to reach. It's not going to reach up to the jungle world. I'm thinking, like, how can we preemptively prepare like robot production facilities in order to aid with xenotourism and stuff later on. Missions are still the same.
I like it.
I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to think here.
Okay. Well, so if we did live in that world, the problem is we can't have everything be the complete ideal, right? This is a game of trade-offs. So if that Forge world is making robots, then suddenly the easiest thing for us to do for wheat is take one of those bots, put that up in the swamp that we were previously going to make a colony, and then that is making wheat, right? Out of robots. So then we've got 2 utilizations for the robot coming out of that, and then the wheat can go across the other farm. There is a pretty big downside there, which is like the Forge world that's going to be creating 2 goods has only 1 adjacent colony, which is a pretty hard kill on wanting to do that. So I've gotten halfway through explaining this and I've decided we shouldn't do it.
I still really like the idea of making this a colony. I really do. It's going to be a little bit tough because microchips will be scarce, but we could always turn this into a microchip. In fact, that's perfect, actually. This could become microchip later on. Supply to jungle-like, supply to swamp-like.
Yep.
And then this is robot. This is robots into goods. That's 2. Yep. Let me actually not do that. That's really stupid to do. Sometimes the missions can change in a little freaky way. So are we determined that this is what we're after?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I still have reservations about where we're putting the goods planet, just because I really want to try and get it incorporated into the system fully. But yeah, I think it's still going to be those 2 regardless.
It will be incorporated into the system fully, I think. I mean, we could... I'm trying to think if we could, like, map it out now to get another colony up and running. I mean, we could do it. We could do it. And we've still got this wheat planet to connect up as well, so... There's a pathway here. There's a pathway here. All right, I'm gonna just map it out. Tell me if you want me to stop. We can, There we go. We're gonna need to get wheat here, I guess, if we want to actually suck in the goods. Also, we need to get water. We didn't even consider that we need water here, don't we?
Huh? Oh, right. That's become successful. Yeah. Hang on. Hang thou on.
Hang that thou is hanging.
Could you look at that jungle planet in the bottom right for us, please? Mechanized harvest gets a biomass. Can that connect to the primordial?
No.
Can we see how close it is just to make me mad?
Yeah. It's obstructed by like a whisker.
I'm furious.
That's so irritating.
I'm absolutely livid. So that would have been the solution perfect, right? Because that would have been the water goes across the remnant, the biomass goes up. We would have our extra colony set up this year if that was 1 inch to the right. My proposal is that we build a Death Star.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, is there any... I don't think that we have any movement tech.
No, unfortunately not. We do have mass lensing, but that would turn it into a slipstream relay, which would work, but also, that's very, very late to fix a now problem. Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
Okay. I just wanted to check that out.
I think it has to be this one.
It looks like Gaia World is probably going to have to be it. Yeah, exactly. But I really need to know more about that location for Gaia World to be good. We're also probably not going to do that before the end of the year. Maybe we do a couple scouts here, right?
I think we
just
do.
Set up the new year.
I think
bottom left near that Gaia World, so we can see better utilizations of that would be really good. And also, yeah, exactly. If we could scan up in that top right somehow.
Yeah, let's... I think maybe here, because that's...
Do it.
Or maybe that is a 5-banger. It's slightly better, I think. It's not the 2 high sources, but maybe? What do you think?
Yeah, go for the 5er. Oh, screw you too, game.
Wish I didn't go for the 5er. That was miserable.
No kidding, right?
Très miserable.
I think we now just need to take the 3 to the south. We need something near that Earth-like. Arctic.
That's... I can't even connect to the robot factory.
No, it's a two-way trade with the Gaia world, right?
Oh, it is actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's now hanging a wheat source as well. But that's a later problem for us. I think it becomes a colony, the Gaia world or Earth-like becomes a Gaia world, and then we connect those into the system.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, good. That's excellent.
Okay.
That's, first of all, that is great news. That is really great news. I just want to, for the sake of connecting things up, I want to just check to...
Before you check the missions, yeah.
Yeah. It's just 13 income, and that's up from 6.
How far are we from expansion of the galaxy?
We'd be 1 away after we take this planet right here.
Okay.
All right. I think we check missions and then we can do that if we want to do that. Are there any asteroids?
It'll probably tell us that Vittori wants us to establish a lab studying something, right? Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Honestly, that's easy to do. We are going to cripple our economy. But we will do it, Rhapsody. Mark my words. I'm all in on this play, by the way. I'm backing you to the hilt. We are all the way in.
I love it. I'm all aboard. I can see on the board already one opportunity for a two-way trade, and that is the Gaia World's colony establishment we'd said previously.
Yes,
that's only one,
sure.
though, right? Many of the other two-way trades that we would be looking at would be things like establishing an ocean world colony that is also near a mineral to try and farm, which may tie into our other quest, but how many other things will? There's fewer two-way trades when you're playing with a lot of non-organic materials.
That's another two-way trade.
Which is really
there,
unfortunate.
No, it's not. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
It's not a two-way trade. Ignore me, please.
So good.
It could be if we produce biomass here, but we shouldn't.
It makes me feel like your idea of the northern Forge world becoming a chip production facility.
Yeah.
Is pretty good, because if that's a Forge world with a chip production facility, as soon as it gets a rock, that's Silthid's mission complete.
You're
Although
thinking about
really all we need to care about...
Yeah.
Sorry?
I was going to say, you're thinking about taking Silthid. To be honest, it never really crossed my mind, because I think this would give us the great injection of cash that we need. I think we're going to get it naturally, and to be honest, I think we're probably going to get them in round about the same time scale. Maybe?
I think that's the point where I'm contesting you, is I don't think we get the top one naturally. I think, especially because while we're going to be artificially building to try and do the southern one as quickly as possible, right? That's kind of the idea of the build that we're going for. And if we are doing that, then it's just the ocean world colony and it's the Gaia world thing that we have that are ways to establish two-way trades. There aren't too many more, unfortunately.
All right, so we're taking these two then.
Well, or
what about it?
We just really we've got to study in a lab for science. Or we're just okay with finishing the Euphorian mission later and just being happy with the Euphorian mission being quite a good one, right? For the 80 gold, the injection of cash. It's just I feel like we complete Silthid much faster than we do Euphorian. But if we just prefer to have Euphorian around, we can wait. We don't have to do our third tier mission for a year or two.
We're gonna get the Silthid mission as part of our expansion, aren't we? We're gonna get it before this. I see the point you're making.
I think so.
I think this is the play here for sure.
Okay, cool.
Is there
a
world?
We know where the lab has to go, right?
Yeah, like here maybe.
I'm going to need you to locate that.
Sorry, like here maybe.
Bonds up, exactly.
Yeah. Do we just do it right now? Is that?
I think we do, but I think before we set up the lab itself, we loop the wheat into the system and the good into the colony.
Do we?
Because Oh, we're gonna need money while we're setting up this lab, and currently we're making half as much as we would if we looped that back into the system.
We kind of don't, though. I mean, mines are cheap as chips.
Oh, I fear we will soft lock our money.
But I mean, the counter pitch is that, I mean, we have 2 planets. I think. Okay, that's first of all terrible place for a lab anyway. You kind of see where I'm driving at, though.
What idiot told you to? Yeah, I do.
It's I don't think this lab placement's gonna work. I think it's gonna have to be here.
I don't know. I think you've. Yeah, that's starting to look about right to me. There you go. And
3.
we just need one more person or one more ore, and the ore could possibly come from that remnant facility.
Hate to see it, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the cash. We don't have the cash for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The reason why I really liked that idea was because it would be very close to not going over the top of our planetary cap, whereas now getting this is undoubtedly going to give us a little bit more sustenance to chow down on. But it means that we're 1 away from the cap, you know?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to just connect to that forebear ruin for a laugh?
Kind of do, to be honest. Kind of love it.
Oh. Oh, indeed. Number 1, I have an apology to make. Last episode, I said that you can only get the energy from Forebear Ruins if you have Bakar. You can get it with Sylphid. I was wrong.
I retroactively do not accept your apology, but there you go.
That's totally fair. My apologies again for not having accepted my apologies.
This is kind of pog. You know what? I'm actually, unironically, I'm like, Ephorians is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Ephorians is up there as like genuinely very useful.
It genuinely is to me as well. I wouldn't be entirely sad about that. It's also worth noting where that is placed. 2 energy isn't actually hugely helpful. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
The energy is always good, but we've actually got that in a position where 2 energy doesn't give us that much.
Yeah, I know. We could have connected up. We could have connected up the Forebear Ruin first, but I mean, to be honest, it would be too far away. And yeah, we need cash. We need cash. That's the problem now.
Mm-hmm. I love a good cash injection. I think that makes it a lot easier for us to now start going for the lab pretty hard. But we need to figure out where we're getting the 4th science from fed into that lab, right?
Yeah, agree.
I would love it to be a second person if we could do that, but we only have 1 source of people right now over this side of the galaxy, absolutely. Or actually, in general.
Yeah, and we've cut this route off. So I mean, if we did want to get chips, it wouldn't be impossible. In fact, yeah, we could definitely get like a little loop here for chip production, but that's going to take a while, and it's going to be three things.
So that would complete the Sylphid mission.
Yes,
which would then unlock the ability to actually turn the Forge World into energy instead. Which,
that would be our wheat.
The world's worst thing.
That would be our wheat, right?
It would be the wheat, and then it could even be. Oh wait, no, you can't give 2. Yeah.
Wait, no, it can't be. It's out of range. How is that out of range?
So that's so rude.
How is that out of range?
It's actually better that it can't be that though, because otherwise, how are we getting the people from the Swamp World into the ore lab?
It's a good point.
It would be cutting that off.
It's a good point, well made.
So at least we don't have to feel too sore about that.
Okay. So we have until the end of the year. I think we maybe skip, actually. I think we skip to the end of the year, or do scavenge, or do whatever. I don't think we do scavenge.
Scavenge takes no time, so I don't think we need to do that right now. I think we actually need 1 more scan. I think the scan needs out to the right there, if you can get that 4-banger.
Yeah, there's a 4-banger there.
Because if we get... So that's like information on possible biomass. That's information on possible wheat. That's information on possible people or possible minerals that could be looped into the system to try and get the ore lab there up and running.
Yeah.
And then next year's about building an ore lab.
Can I just see how long this construction route is going to take?
Go for it.
How much it's going to take?
All of our money.
Literally all of our money. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to make a difference whether we spend 3 now or whether we do that over the course of 2 years. Okay.
Well, at least now we know that we can't rely on that side doing anything for us.
At all.
Don't rush to do us any favors, game.
I think now we skip.
I say that, but this is good.
This is fine. I'm actually very okay with this situation.
Can you see if that swamp can connect to the northern forebear ruin at all?
It cannot.
Okay, that makes sense.
No. I like this. I like this though. I think historically we've been very, not necessarily afraid, but we just haven't like realized the true potential of forebear ruins. Like they can be so good. I like it a lot. Connecting early was a great call. Really, really good call.
I think it's a lot easier to connect to them early when you recognize that they're giving you 2 science as well for having done so, which for the longest time I just didn't know.
I didn't know either, yeah. It's crazy. Okay, we can finish this silted mission and we can do it kind of on the cheap if we skip now and then we do this. That gets us the silted mission done, right?
Mm-hmm. If you get the person down from the swamp, you also successful that, getting us some more money. Oh, you... that makes that a lot harder to do, friend.
No, it's fine. It's coming from here. It's coming from the jungle. Was that not always the plan?
So the jungle... Oh, the jungle's becoming another... Oh, right.
Yeah, that was kind of always what I was...
Okay. I like it. And it's connecting wheat from...
The energy.
Nowhere at the moment?
Energy.
Oh, we are going with the energy.
Well, that's what I assumed.
Oh. Okay. I didn't think we were doing that anymore. Okay, how do we do that best then?
Actually, hold up. That's our second person for the lab. I didn't even.
That's why I thought you were designing it.
All right, we're on completely different pages here, but apparently we're reading the same book, so we're getting somewhere. This is great news.
I love that turn of phrase, my man.
This is great news. That was completely original as well. So there you go.
An orbital original.
An orbital original.
Be so blessed.
That's right.
I like it. I like it a lot. We need to figure out what lab placement gets those 2 people as well as 2 pieces of ore in.
Maybe. Oh God, this is going to be an absolute pain in the backside to find the right millimeter where this is actually going to work. You got it?
Okay, so draw a line from the swamp.
Yeah.
Planet, the one that's connected, between the remnant and the mineral. Straight through the middle. See if you can connect through, like, split the line between them. Yep. And then make that just a bit longer such that it won't... Perfect. And then the lab goes there, and then it connects the person and connect the... Yeah, you can see what... I don't need to...
I love it. The only problem is that that's going to be a very expensive couple of slipways. Very much money. I mean...
Many cost.
Maybe we do return to scavenge. Okay, here's the thing, right? So we're in November. We don't necessarily have to place this planet yet. Unfortunately, we have already hit the threshold, so we're going to reduce our income. That's not necessarily the end of the world. We can take this asteroid if we want to, because it doesn't connect up to anything else useful. Unless we're going to mineralize this, I don't think it's that worthwhile. I think that 6 is better. It sucks, but it is what it is. We could think about scavenging, and we could just rely on this area providing wheat somehow, miraculously. I'm so aggrieved. Like, how is that? I mean, could we not pass some, like, intergalactic zoning law about not allowing planets to be, along key trade routes or something?
Yeah, exactly.
A little nudge. How
about they just give us zoning permits to be able to build that anyway, right? It's fine. Half of our wheat is going to rain down on that mineral planet. That's fine, as long as half of it gets through.
I do apologize.
Pablo Escobar had losses to rats eating his money. It's fine.
Exactly.
Still tycoon.
I do apologize, but we're going to have to bulldoze your planet in order to build an intergalactic highway through here. There is nothing that we can do about it. It's just going to have to... So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. I mean, we could skip the end of this year, but I think we collect some asteroids. I think we collect that one. Maybe we could scavenge. I don't know. How lucky do you feel? How lucky do you feel that we're actually going to be able to get wheat down here? Because if you're feeling lucky, then we can scavenge now and pretty much be done with the lab. That's a lie. We're going to need way more cash. We can almost be done with the lab mission.
Yes. Oh, that was one that was getting looped in for some reason, right?
Yeah, this is going to become a colony. Yeah.
That's going to become a colony, which means that can feed the person over to the other place.
Oh,
hang
yeah,
on.
true.
Do you have the ability to rewind such that you have 5 months left?
You can rewind the whole year.
Okay. Can we look instead? Because it doesn't matter if we finish the Silphid mission right now.
No.
Could we look instead at creating that colony and then connecting that to the mine as well? Excuse me.
Yes, although we might just be Oh no, we're fine for cash there actually. I actually prefer this a lot. That's an 18 banger right there.
Yeah.
That allows us to fix that problem. That's 12 income, dude. And that basically that's the same income state as to where we were.
Yep.
I don't think there's a way. Yeah, there's no way that we can get that down before the end of the year.
That's okay.
That's frustrating as well, but that's okay. I mean, look, there's some hope that we can provide wheat out here. In fact, can we? No, there's no way that it connects to that 4-bear rune. No, I'm on another planet apparently. I like this though. I think this is a better play because it keeps us in the same ballpark. Do we actually straight up just take this asteroid, skip
I think we
the
can,
remaining month, and then just proceed with Plan Delta?
I do like Plan Delta here. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Do we need to do that now, though? I'm just thinking, do we need to colonize this?
So
do we do it?
What do you mean? As in...
Can we get the lab
I
down
don't
this
understand
year?
the question.
No, is the answer to that.
Can we get the lab down this year?
I don't
think
we
would have
can.
to colonize 3 different things and build a lab.
It's not even
we need 2 ore and a person.
That's not even the main expense. It's the freaking 14 buck slipways that's gonna cause the biggest consternation. So yeah,
I mean, we do have the 36, right? That's just sitting in there, and we've got the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if we're building this infrastructure that you're currently tracking along as well, we have another 12 banger. That little asteroid betwixt the two.
Yep.
And then when you get that mine to the north, that's also going to be a 2 banger, I imagine. Or actually, that can go all the way across to the remnant as well. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I've figured out what it is, and I think you just did at the same time as well.
Yes, we did. Yes, we saw it.
Yeah.
Yes, we saw it.
So do it.
Yeah. Okay, this is a much better.
Or rather, start scaffolding it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that I've started, and now I've finished. This is a much better. This is a much better use of space. I think. Like it's just better because I mean this remnant world can't go anywhere anyway. It's not doing anything productive. The only thing that it could reasonably be doing is feeding robots into the Arctic farm, and even that is like a very tenuous use case for usually a really good planet type. Does that newfound knowledge maybe cause us to rewind and not place down this world here, and instead maybe see if we can get this done this year.
So the idea is we get 3 ore in from... Oh, no. Oh, it's still the colony. Okay.
It would still be the colony.
I like the colony, right? Because the colony is the solution that also allows us to loop in the Sylphid mission to finish this off. And yeah, it's extra 6 there as well.
Extra money here.
I don't think we can get the lab down before the end of the year, though, because October, November, December, so we have 3 months left.
I think you're right.
And
I think we do this. We do this.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's it, actually.
September. You might be able to colonize the microchip production facility in the south and then connect that in.
It takes... Oh, great shout. Excellent shout, in fact. And that's perfect. That's super perfect. Okay, because that allows us immediately to do this. Very important. Then this. Then this here. I think that's the place. Boom. Boom. It's okay. It's okay. We planned for this. There. Rhapsody. My man.
I've never felt better about our usage of asteroids than in this moment.
That was so smooth. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, that was wonderful. And the music changed just to, pog us up at just the right moment. It knows. Okay, all right. That's opened the door to so many things. But mostly just one thing that I'm interested in, to be honest. I'm still interested in xenotourism.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. One of the reasons that I wanted to go with the xenotourism as soon as I saw that it was a possibility that we could start drafting into is because the last 2 times have been mid-run suggestions to start moving in its direction or abandonments of moving in its direction, right?
Yeah.
Largely, I feel, from you. And I love doing xenotourist stuff. I think it's really, really cool as well. So I'm not putting it entirely on you and saying, we're doing this build specifically for you, but I thought it was a good opportunity to try and get this on track. I'm so glad it's come out.
Yeah, it's good. I think that there is a lot of money to be made in the xenotourism business. There
definitely is. Now we have the primary xenotourism thing that you'd mentioned before. That up left, we've got that unlocked, got Rocks and Moxie, and we'll be rocking some brand new Soxies as soon as we can sit these down.
Yeah.
The problem is going to be getting... Sorry?
It's 10. It's a lot of infrastructure that we need to build up to get to that point,
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's too far from us, though.
I don't think
that swamp wants to become a colony anyway, right?
Yep.
And it wants to become a colony which gets the good from down south, which means it also needs wheat applied in. The problem with the wheat applied in is we still don't have a way to get the biomass in there. There is like that one that might be able to be connected in. Would that actually be able to reach the primordial to the mid-strength planet there?
It would, but I mean,
it's a very expensive scan at the moment.
I can guarantee you right now that it will not be a useful planet. Like, I don't want to get your hopes up. So, like, let's just expect that it's going to be completely trash.
Yeah, it's not a throwaway 3 credits on checking that at the moment kind of situation.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, if you're feeling that lucky, then who am I to not want to roll the dice?
Could it connect up to anything in the top left?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
I love that you connect to one at maximum range and then go, okay, it can connect to that. Let's check the one that's that and a half either further away. I wonder if you can connect to that.
You have to be prescriptive, okay? You gotta make sure you check all the possibilities. Okay, I mean, look,
it's optimistic.
What do we? Okay, we could take the cash, and actually, you know what? I'm not super against that. Maybe we do a scan, then make a judgment on what we do with this Forebear rune.
I don't feel too sore about that. Is there any way that we would be able to connect that colony and the forge? Like, that's not a 5 connection right now, is it?
No, it's a 7. Is there? Well, hold on. There might be another asteroid somewhere.
Well, the asteroid would take us to the new year anyway, so.
Yeah, no chance, unfortunately. Should we look at missions, actually? I don't think that we're undoing from this point. I think this is really good.
Yeah, let's look at missions. Well, we're about to get 3 more microchip production.
Yep, for sure.
Import hubs. Can we have a look at the map for a second, please? Okay, so things that are about to become import hubs, possibly.
This tourist resort, guaranteed, will become one, at least.
Yeah.
Colony.
Very true.
In fact, Colony definitely will become one, so that's 2.
If it meets its 2 base, which is still a little hard for us to do, right? Because we still need to get wheat into that somehow.
Absolutely correct.
Let's look at some of the things more established in the galaxy at the moment, if you don't mind. The bottom left, the Arctic, could that possibly connect to the remnant we already have in the facility, the successful one?
The Arctic, could this connect to that one? No.
25, no. Okay. So we can't make that an import lab with an excess person. We can't make it an import lab with an excess wheat. An excess water either. That's not going to happen. Okay, so those aren't good opportunities down there for us to make imports. So it is just the ones we've mentioned, the Xenotaurus things that are likely to become import hubs. So we have 2 possible, or quite likely, to be
2
real,
guaranteed
import hubs up in that direction.
This will grow to another good, so that'll be the 2 goods there. So that's fine. Yeah, and then this one maybe could conceivably become. It could.
Hang on for a second. Sorry to run us across the other side, but so that forge bear that we were previously looking, forge bear, the 2 different words at the same time. The forge world that we were looking to, that is north of our current system, the one that was going to become a chip production facility. Yes, this one. So if that became a chip production facility, it would be carting the chips across to the swamp colony as well as to the Xenotourism facility on the jungle. Which start mapping out the kind of like web of slipways in your mind here, because then we've also got that jungle connecting down and that swamp connecting down to the forge world in the south with the goods on, which means that planet in the middle exclusively needs wheat, and it can only get it exclusively from that primordial planet, which means we need to solve that primordial planet before we can solve everything else, because those will only become successful and even take the goods that they need if we get that extra wheat in there. Which to me says we do need to scout that one single banger sitting by itself and hope like heck.
Do we need this to establish though? It would be nice. We need it to use the second good, but I'm not actually sure that we necessarily need it, if that makes sense. Because we just need the person for the tourist resort, right? I mean, obviously, in an ideal world, it would be great to do. But what I'm saying is that if this isn't a good planet, does that really negate the entire strategy?
That's a good question.
Because we have hyperlanes? I think we do have hyperlanes.
We do.
We do have hyperlanes, so.
Well, I mean, we also don't have anything nearby that would be able to hyperlane to it.
We do have relays, though. Or we do have the option of relays. Did we get... Yeah, we got additional level 2 technologies, 1 per race. So there's more room for growth in level 2.
No. That shows us more options initially. It doesn't allow you to buy more options.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Yeah, which means like still extreme miniaturization, and then the one after that are going to be fighting against things like hyperdrive, slipway, relay, solar superconductors as well.
Okay, all right. You want to go for it? Yeah, 2 banger.
I don't want to, but I think we have to. I'm mad.
It's
I'm furious.
it's so good as well. Is there any technology that we could take?
Well, slip
Solar-
amplifier would actually do it.
Yes. Yes, that would absolutely do it, Raps. That would be super useful. This is, yeah, we could, in fact, there's a colony right there, which takes biomass and wheat.
Yeah, which means we would need put a second
Yeah,
person into the Gaia world to get it to pop. Look, I'm not against the idea of doing the slip as well. It's worth noting solar superconductors, if we are going to take that in the second level, solar superconductors can already turn a desert planet. So maybe we don't need mineralize from
Arid.
mineral seeding as well as solar farm.
I'm kind of going away from mineral seeding. We have
Yeah.
a high number of mineral planets already, and they're actually very well positioned, like on the edge of our system, which means that they can be. I mean, they don't even necessarily need to be well positioned. They're already there, but they just happen to be well positioned. I connect that up to extent
Yeah.
to cash. Is that even worth it? I don't even know if that's worth it.
Well, I mean, we're probably taking the money from the Forge Bear Ruin this year, right?
I think we are. I think we are.
How far are we from the new size of galaxy again?
Far. 3 planets. That's not far.
It's not too far, but we're not going to reach that this year.
Remnant planet to prosperous. Is that going to happen anytime soon? No, not at all. We have... Actually... No, not
It's the
anytime
import exports that are a problem for that, right? Because we just saw that we can't make an import hub, which means it has to export that and then suddenly also become an import hub. I think it's
Yeah.
import hub and the Vittori mission, what it's worth.
soon.
Oh, sorry, not the Vittori mission. Sorry, the Silphid. You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're on the same page this time. I think we just take him. We'll just take him now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Agreed.
Okay.
I think I think you were right that we can do that whole system up in the top left without having the extra wheat. I do think at some point we do want to still loop the biomass in there to get the wheat, because it's going to be so much extra money when we.
The reason that I say this, let's sort of work through this. Just I'm going to take the cash just so that I can have a little bit of cash to play around with. We have 7 income at the moment. Okay. The extent that you get cash, the extent that you get cash from xenotourism is just huge. Like that's 20 income for basically nothing. You freaking I can't believe
It might not be. It might not be actually occupied.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself there. So look, that's 19 income. We haven't even satisfied the chip requirement. It's just so much money. Like that's the thing. It's just so much cash.
I like it.
We can connect this up as well. It gives us 22 income at the end of the year. We'll be able to found this next year as well and connect that across. Are we giving up the energy though? Is that
I think
what
we
we're
have
at?
to. I mean, where's the second energy even go there, right? For usefulness' sake.
Import.
It can
import
go
hub?
somewhere. That's true.
Yeah.
It would make an import hub out of that. But we need it to accomplish many things at the same time, not just one or two.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Which I think is why I got so stuck on that Forge World. Sorry, the Swamp Colony being successful, because I was like, this needs to do everything.
Yeah.
But I think everything else is doing everything. It's just a piece of the cog.
The thing is, though, if we have the money to build labs beyond belief, then we can just, resource suppression or whatever? What's it? Mind control? We can just mind control anything that's anywhere that's unhappy and just make everyone pretend that they are living life to the extreme.
Yeah, no, and that's no problem for the things that don't need to give extra outputs.
Yeah.
But the things that do still need to give extra outputs, we can't
For sure.
do that with, unfortunately.
I'm with you.
Although,
Okay,
hey, as we study things in level 2, we might unlock level 3 resources that give us better things that we can do like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
could be
we
good.
are we skipping here? We're skipping, right?
Well, we have to, yeah.
We have no cash. All right. Gene rewriting. Maybe. No, we're definitely taking slip amplifiers, aren't we? Do we have to?
Have
we
a-
have to.
Have a quick look. If you take the brain machine interfacing, because
Yeah.
there have been patches, I just want to see if you can put that on the Xenotaurus facility. You can now,
Oh.
but it's trade income that gets increased by that, not
nothing.
the income of the planet. Exactly.
Ugh.
Okay, so that's not really an option for us.
Yeah, I think it is. slip
Maybe it's
amplifiers.
mass lensing. Hear me out. Maybe it's mass lensing and we just put the right planet next to it.
Converts the mass of this
Oh,
planet
sorry.
into
Mass lensing is not the trade too. Whoops.
I mean, it could be though. Like we could turn this into a. Yeah, so this can connect here. So this
Well, I
could
mean,
become
we do it with the lava, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that connected. Okay, that's easy. That's an easy connection. That's kind of pog.
That's a way for us to utilize those without mineral seeding them.
Yeah, it's also just. Would it help out here? Maybe actually, there is a way. Yeah, there
that gets
to
an
there.
extra.
Rhapsody. I think you might have just. I never considered it because it was so absurd and such a niche use case, but I think I kind of love it, to be honest. Like I think it changes
really
the way.
glad.
And it gives us slipways as well for like tier 2 means that we don't have to take slipstreams.
Wait, does it actually give you that tech?
Yeah, Lensify converts the mass of the planet into a slipstream relay. So it means that
but
we
we
don't
still
have to
wouldn't-
take it. Sorry, it means that we don't have to take it.
Right. Yes. Yeah, because we don't want to focus on Slipstream and Hyperdrive because that's a lot of money, which could be possible, but then also time. It's that too.
That's not a great
Yeah,
decision.
I like the
Right there.
Lensify plan because it's actually up next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it a lot. I don't like the idea of colonizing this and then feeding it in because it just wastes money and it doesn't actually solve any problems at this moment in time.
Well, it'll be a little bit of trade income, but it can also hook into the colony. Can you see when you hook it into that as well as the colony, does it do okay?
Yeah. Oh, we can do them both this year.
24.
It gets
So
us
that's
income.
just doing it faster, right? It gets us 2 more income than we had previously, but it sets that system up.
Yeah.
Although what are we doing with the rest of the year, right? So
We can't even. There's not even an asteroid that we can use to pop. I see. I kind of want to scan this area so that we can at least
yeah.
find out robot wise. I mean, maybe we forgo 2 extra income this year just so that we can scan twice.
Well, I mean, if you're doing that, then disconnect the Forge world entirely. Yeah, because it's parity on money, right? But we're gonna be wasting months this year anyway, so do your scanning first.
Yeah, I suppose
I do like scanning out to the left.
Yeah. All right. What do we think? That's a 5.
Yeah, you have to include that one that's
Yeah.
between the.
That's not bad.
That's a
That's a 5 banger. Yeah. Is there any way that we can? That's maybe better, and then we can do. Yeah, I think 2 scans will definitely cover this all. So we do this one first.
Okay. Nothing. Perfect.
What is it with Forge Worlds, dude? Is it maybe? Are we playing Silted? Does this automatically populate the galaxy with more Forge Worlds? Is that like
It may well do.
Is that a? I didn't think that there was such a thing as like class perks or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
there might be. Okay, I
I don't know all those seeding rules.
This is nice. This is nice here.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's something here. There's something for everyone.
Fun for the whole family.
Fun for the whole family, indeed. Yeah. Okay, we need to hit trade hubs as well, and we will get one trade hub, two trade hubs with this. No wheat source though. Actually,
that comes out of Lensify.
Yeah, that comes out of Lensify. You're bang on actually. I was just thinking because hyperlanes as well. That's something that we'll be able to get. I think we might be skipping here. I don't think that there's anything that we can do substantive this year.
So the things that I would want to do before the end of the year are things that remove resource shortages for us. So if we could get wheat into any of the planets that are lacking wheat at the moment, that'd be nice. Don't think we can.
Nope.
Next thing, can we get ore into the Forge world down in the bottom left? Not without creating additional problems.
Nope. Well, that would do it.
That would.
And also,
And
there's
then
nothing
you've got
there. Oh, Poggies, yeah. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. This gets us towards that being prosperous really soon, but then, you know, we're just hanging a person as well. Like, oh.
Yeah, although, I mean... Maybe an asteroid to take as well now, which would be kind of nice. Good use for the year. Good use for the rest of the year.
I'll be honest. That lava planet that's sitting right there, I'm trying to look for an option where that swaps to become a colony. Right? So it becomes a colony so that the person from it goes to the Gaia world, and then it makes a two-way trade. So it's a colony that either funds off of water, so it could be the arid world that's in the top right at the moment, top left at the moment, sorry. Because then that's a two-way trade with the person in the water.
Wait, sorry, wait, this to become a colony?
Yeah, and so Lensify would trade... Oh, no. Lensify is not the swap maps.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Not transpose. I don't think we have transpose, actually, in this comp.
We don't.
It is Vittori. It is Vittori, though, so you're right with that.
Ignore me.
I mean, really, the decision is: do we like this now, or do we not like this now? Because it is.
Well, I mean, it leaves us even, but it gives us the ability to prosper that planet.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's necessary. Okay, I'm gonna take the asteroid, and then I think we just save our cash, and then maybe, if we're very fortunate, next year we might have enough pennies to colonize this and then prosper this planet, which is going to give us Omega income, potentially, maybe, hopefully, if we're lucky.
Perfect. Could you put a couple more conditionals on that, please? I feel like it was too certain for my tastes.
Okay, we cannot, I don't think. That we just do not have enough cash. And also that would take us over the
We're only just
threshold.
lacking.
Yeah. But it would also take us over the threshold as well, unfortunately.
So do we have another setup year for it then? And if we do, maybe that slipstream is like a bit too much to connect this year.
I think it is. Is 4 income... Yeah, okay. Do we want to... I mean, why don't we check it out? Because mass lensing is going to definitely cost money. How much does it cost? $20. So this is an impossibility this year. What about slip amplifiers? How much does that cost? 15? Would that be enough? That would be enough. It's 5 cheaper. But I mean, we still can't connect diddly up here. It's still... Yeah. Still can't do anything. I like Lensify better.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, it's cooler.
Obvio. It's also something that we haven't used before, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So I do like Lensify this year. I also like... Oh, this is gonna cut a little. I like a plan where we spend this year and next year both setting up the primordial to get an extra wheat, that extra wheat to go into the swamp, the swamp to become successful. All of these are just ways to increase our money so that we can then do things better without having all of the decreases to our income, as well as the extra planets we would have to populate in order to go for the prosperous for the Xenotourism world at the moment.
Yeah.
So that'd be, you know, the Gaia world, and then the Lensify, and then the connection between the two, and you know, so on and so forth. That Lensify, yeah, that's a ship relay, so it's -1. We don't want to trade that until we specifically want to do it.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It says it's a structure cost.
But then our income remains the same. See that?
Huh.
Structure upkeep. Is that a bug, maybe? If I skip to next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
I don't know, maybe.
It does apply. It
okay.
only applies at the end of the year. Yeah, fair enough. That's good. So
it
we
saves
have
us a month, so one
Yeah.
one could be worth a month if we're skipping at the end of the year or anything like that, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, okay. I mean, is there any way that we can maybe... No. It's just the reason. I mean, it's necessary. It's so necessary, but I hate it because it's so expensive. I mean, that's a 16 slipway, and then there's another, I don't know, 7 slipway over there. It's so much money to connect.
7's 23, and then the Lensify itself is another 20, so it's 43 to connect that into the system. And then obviously there's the one between the Primordial and the Swamp as well, which is probably another 18.
Yeah, that's 20. It's the full shebang.
That's 63.
And of course, as soon as we hit our next planet, we're gonna bump up to the next level of admin. Are we skipping here? I mean, we're definitely skipping here, aren't we? There is no way about it.
We are. I don't like it, but hey, it's not the earliest skip we've ever done.
We were doing so well though, in terms of like keeping on top of our finances. Everything was looking great, but the Xenotourism is such a large investment. I mean, the slipway length, and then the hanging planet. Basically, it's.
I don't think we're too far from going really, really well here, right? Because as soon as that swamp is successful, it's among so many successful things. It's got the good ore going into it. It's just everything pops with that getting it successful here.
I agree. What is it? This one? Oh god, we can't even.
That's an excess wheat as well.
Well, that's why I was thinking this could become a colony fairly soon, and in fact feed back, and then two-way trade.
That's all good.
Do we? I don't think we do this. I think we skip again. That sucks to say, but like, we're gonna hit our threshold.
Yeah. Yes. Can you scaffold the whole plan this year?
Definitely. Probably. Almost certainly. With the exception of this Arctic world, I think.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really nice. 17 income is good.
It's very good. Yeah,
do we maybe skip again? Well, I mean, if we do that now, then there's diddly that we can do this year. Do we skip again?
So, hang on. If that nanotech facility was built, right. That's 8 for that to be built. Could you track a line between it and the swamp, and then also it and the jungle? I want to just figure out exactly how much this is going to cost us overall. So,
well, like that. This here 4.
Yeah. So 8 and 4, 12.
4, 9.
9, 21. Also, can you get the robot into
19
there as well?
19. I know that's 19. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 21 and 19. It takes us 40 to get that full connection to have all of that looped in. And we're on 9 right now, so we would need another 31, which would be 2 years worth of skipping at this point, unless we undid everything.
Is there maybe a pitch where we actually take this as a colony right now, connect up the Forebear Ruin, dam the consequences, and then sort of work around that?
I really don't think there is.
I
love the gumption, but we are exactly one damn the consequences away from losing.
Is that better? I think.
I mean, that gets part of the system complete earlier, and it also it's not that much less income, right? It's four less income, but we get this system completed earlier.
Yes.
That could be reasonable. I'm not against it.
Yeah, it takes us over the threshold as well, it takes us over the threshold, and we're still able to maintain 18 income. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. Also, I didn't undo the slip. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't hate it, actually.
I don't either.
I don't hate it.
So now we need to figure out how much it would cost to loop the rest of the system in, right? So it's the thing that we figured out before. The Gaia world is 5. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even thinking about the Arctic yet. I was just thinking about successful linking to the other one.
I'm just sort of prepping out
cool
other stuff.
So it's 5 for the Gaia world, and then the connection between the Gaia world and the slip relay was 4 or 7?
Yeah.
4.
17, 4.
So 21, 26 total so far, and then it's the 20 across there, so it's 46 in order to complete that full. And then it's the connection between the swamp and the Forge world as well. So 46 plus whatever the swamp down to that Forge world below is, in order to make the kind of root system. Okay, so that's 50 total that we need.
That's 2 years. Is there a world where we leave that hanging for a little bit?
No, because it's so much money that system starts to produce. It pops a Prosperous. It makes 2 things much closer to Prosperous. It gets the extra good going into another colony.
Let's test it. I mean, this is where we are right now, right? So, 51. Happiness is dangerously low. That's fine, though. That's fine.
What are they going to do? Depose us?
So that's...
Are they going to depose us a little?
Maybe. So that's where it takes us. It takes us to 30.
Wow.
6. Up from 24? Was it?
22.
I think it was 22. Plus it enables this. It fixes so many problems.
One of the problems... It fixes a huge amount of problems, but one of the problems it just introduced is we need to get an extra person out of that swamp planet, otherwise it doesn't go successful. And if it went successful, then the... Wait, could that even pop Prosperous? I don't know if it could.
Yeah, it needs a second export. A lab?
It's Hector that... what's it going to study, right? It can't study people, it can't study wheat, and it can't study goods. The 3 things it's adjacent to currently.
Chips with hyperlanes.
Sure, chips with hyperlanes, but that's still with hyperlanes, right?
It's a while away. Although, how far away are we from hyperlanes? Very far away from hyperlanes. Yeah. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is where we are. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a great strat, but it takes us 2 years to get here. Is it possible to...
I also don't like the 2 years we spend getting here, and I like it significantly less now that the swamp planet is not popping successful.
It's actually 3 years as well if you consider the build time. One more. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's this connection here. It actually takes us from 18 to 36, so it's a bit more than I originally anticipated.
Could you look in the northmost area for us, please?
Yeah, here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also just thinking, did we not have... Yeah, happiness is going to be a problem. We're about to hit the threshold.
Yeah. That's okay. Like, we can fix some of the shortages just to keep ourselves limping along until we can fix the rest of them with more permanent solutions. The fact that we now have Lensify means that anything in the top can also provide its source of biomass down to the primordial instead. So that would be like any of those in the 4 that are undiscovered up north.
You want to try that?
I kind of do, but it also does mean we're just wasted, the 20 on the other Slipway Lensify and also, its ongoing costs.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't get, caught into like a sunk cost fallacy or anything like that.
No, that's not a problem. I mean, there's nowhere else that we can get. What I'm also thinking of is if there is anywhere else that is adjacent to a forge world that could also perhaps link up with a colony in order to get a 1-2 combo for the level 2 xenotourism. Because I think that's like the best bang for the buck. It's level 1 and level 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so
well, it is as long as you have a plan to then later get them to level 3.
Yeah, I mean,
for the prosperity as well.
My later plans are basically all hyperdrives.
I think we should scan that 4 to the north, rather.
4 to the north. All right, let's do it. Wait, Lensify asteroids. Yeah, we can Lensify asteroids, dude.
It's true, but it's about as expensive as the other one.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh boy, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. That's a toughie. What about? Hold on. What about if we forget this plan for just a second? Getting the level 2 Euphorian mission completed. Is there another way that we can go about doing that? Maybe something like this, or we don't have much intel, to be honest. We used pretty much every single planet that we've come across.
Yes. While we turn or rather, if the swamp tries to become a successful colony, that is one import hub that we're establishing there, right?
Yep.
With the wheat and the good.
So is there a way that we could
to establish one?
A way that we could complete the Silthid mission? I mean, we could increase production by a single chip here if we connect up ore.
Then what we would want after that is like the Forge world over on the left of our Xenotaurus getting a ore from south, and it would create 3. That could connect across for just more trade income. It could also connect to the south Forge worlds, again, for more trade income.
Yep.
Also makes another robot by doing so.
Yep.
So
is that better?
Here's a
that
weird
gives us cash. Gives us a little cash and some science. Sorry, yeah, hit me with your weird play.
That ice ball that's in between everything. If that were lensified, we could get a microchip across from the remnant lab into that into the primordial. Sorry, to the forge factory there.
Yeah.
Which also gets the extra bot. Doesn't really have anything that it can do for us at that point, though. So that gets it set up for an import hub, but it would also need an additional microchip or an additional ore from somewhere else. Which means it can become an import hub if we do the previous plan. Because then we'd have a microchip coming in from the north, which solves the Silthid mission, and then a microchip coming in from the other side, which gets the import hub. It's just, that's 2 import hubs still, and then the third one still wants to be the swamp, right? And that's our big sticking point. How are we doing that?
Yeah, for sure. nothing that we can... God, freaking biomass, honestly. Is there anything? Solar superconductors. Is there a way? There is a way here, actually. Hold on. Solar superconductors will get in 2 years. Arid desert mineral planet. Mineral planet right here. Boom. In there. Maybe. And then across. Or do we... Wait, hold on. Do we get 2 outputs, or is it just 1 from a single chip?
I believe it's...
I'll test.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
I think it might be...
Well, you can't.
I can't even do it, so... It's 1. It's 1 anyway. We need robits too. So solar superconductors are good, but also not the play here, I don't think. I mean, yeah, we gotta make a decision on how we're handling this. I mean, it's either skipping 2 years to do this, to do the Gaia World thing. Or...
a lot around that area.
There is a lot around that area. We also haven't discovered a single ocean world planet this entire run. How mad is that?
Wee bit unfortunate, but hey.
I mean, here's the other plan. We could happiness is a little dangerously low, but that's fine. What if we briefly like scaffold the plan here? The oh god, we're not even gonna have the cash for this, are we?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's because Lensify is super expensive.
Lensify is pretty darn expensive. Okay, I mean, is it 48? Do we need to skip another year in order to get to...
We worked it out to be 50 to connect the full system through, but it's also going to take time. So as you're setting up the system, you may roll over a year and just get more income.
Yeah, that's a good shout. The other problem is happiness, right? Like, we have, from this year, we have 3 years to get happiness above 70%. So we'll solve 2
It'll get above
shortages.
70. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you actually hover over our money for a second? I just want to see what's taking all of it. Planet upkeep, administrative costs, structure upkeep. Okay.
Okay, so we need to skip another year before we're able to do this. Okay, look, I think this is the best play. Well, actually, no. I don't think it's the best play. I think it's the play that we need to make, and I think it's the one that we've been able to identify as least worst in this current circumstance. So that's where we are. We're above 70. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trade-offs.
I like that. Least worst works for me.
Trade-offs, yeah, exactly. I think we...
we have... Sorry?
Unironically, I think we pushed a hyperdrive here, so like another couple of years to try and get a lab to study microchips. That's my suggestion.
I'm not against it, but I think now we put ourselves in the position to do the other build next year. Right? Because that'll finish both of our other missions.
This build here. This build here. Yeah, I think that's a pretty darn good idea.
Although, yeah, that mineral planet is still going to also need a mineral to loop back into the Forge world. But we are making that Arctic into a
colony.
Into a colony. Yeah, because it wants to feed both of those.
37. Does increase our income a little bit.
Love it.
Okay. That's fine. Happiness is still okay. Great. Happiness is above 70%. Great. We'll finish the next 2 missions next year. What about if we just take skill implants? That pogs us up to 51. Is that worth?
From what?
From 37.
God. See, the thing is, money is really important to us. What's a skill implant say exactly?
25%.
Trade income.
But xenotourism. Oh, let's
Isn't trade income, but we have a whole other ass galaxy that is trade income. The only problem is what level 2 techs are we going to get, right? That's the competing condition. So let's have a look at the level 2 techs for a moment. We got 3 techs we can get here. Hyperdrive,
Yeah.
and then the reactionless drives and stable are both level 3, right? For the hyperdrive?
Yes, definitely both level 3, whereas the 2 miniaturization or the 1 miniaturization tech is level 2. So we can take both levels of extreme miniaturization and something else, or we can take another combination. Oops. Or another combination.
Well, it'd be both extreme miniaturization and hyperdrive, right?
I think that's the play, but then again, there's something, like quantum computing is really pretty legit.
We don't have enough labs.
We don't have enough labs to
quantum
justify
computing.
But we will be getting a second. And actually, you know what I was just thinking? We already have the preconditions to get a chip lab in this vicinity.
Yeah.
Like literally, I can't.
Just,
literally here.
Just the money.
Just the money. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're in December anyway, so I don't feel too bad about skipping on.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we'll have enough pennies to do that. The other... Does this become a colony? I know the other option is the lensify here, but I mean, that would solve both of the problems, actually. Like, a colony here would be there and there.
Sure, but the thing it doesn't solve is the import hub. We do need a person down in that area. Totally agreed. We might try and find it through something that's a bit easier for us, if possible, which might require some more exploration. But if you connect that extra chip just straight across to the prosperous planet, could we see what? Just +3 income.
It's legit.
Yeah. Definitely worthy.
Okay.
Because, hey, it's possible that what we end up doing is, like, hyperdrive is how we get the person out of the swamp in order to make it actually pop. At this point, prosperous, actually. Well, actually...
No, 1, 2,
3
3, 4.
imports, 2... Yeah, it would need one more output as well after that. Actually, no, but the hyperdrive could easily get at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
exactly, right?
So
it would
many
be
places.
trying to hop across there.
So many places.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
probably
cash.
that might be a problem that's fixed in 2 years by hyperdrive.
Here's the thing. I really want to take extreme miniaturization, but is it actually going to get us anything? Like, is it good?
So it will eventually, right? The thing that it'll be really good for us is it has the ability to produce all of the resources that are required for the Xenotauros facilities.
Yeah.
But the downside is it is a structure, and then its structure costs as well. So we have to shore up our money before we do that.
And build time.
We're still in the process of shoring up our money, and I think that starts with the hyperdrive, and then afterwards it's extreme miniaturization.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're skipping. I don't think there's anything else that we can really do this year that would.
So the only thing that I would finally pitch is 2 scans up in the top right, because we are gonna just start building around that. Like, look at that area; it's beautiful. There's a 5. There's a 5 there up to the left, and I really like it.
There is definitely a 5.
No, it's the one. There you go. Because that also is near the Arctic facility, which is also going to need... Oh, there we are! Hello, friend! Where you been?
Finally. Is that it's not a great... okay. All right, I'm just thinking...
No, it's not good for us right now, but it is there.
It is there. It is there. Okay. This is... I think, actually... Maybe that's preferable, and then we can get... Oh, come on. Really? Really?
That's unfortunate. Can you get a... No.
Yeah, with this one, yeah. No. Okay, I think this may be best.
Yeah.
Nothing that I really like. I think that we've run our luck with Forge Worlds, unfortunately. But you know, at least here, look, mine, colony, right? Don't know where we're getting the wheat from. Actually, we can.
Or the microchip.
The microchip would be an extreme miniaturization microchip. That's,
right,
that's what I was gonna. And so would, you know, the goods. That's what I was gonna pitch. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're skipping. Okay. So the Lensify option. Boop. Boop. That doesn't get us the extra microchip. But it does get us
the extra microchip is
insane cash. Insane cash, actually.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay, we have literally this year we can do literally anything. What do you feel like, Ramps? What do you think?
Well.
There's an extra.
So my most.
Yeah. No, go for it.
My most primary leaning is going up into that top right, building the Arctic facility there.
Okay. Yep. So,
and once we've built that, we could even connect immediately from there to the Forge world.
Hold on.
No, it's fine. That is a connection that happens. It's just it doesn't give its biomass over because it needs 2 people to make 2 biomass.
Of course.
Which possibly happens in the future, right? And that connects over there. Yeah, everything kind of is normal so far, right? Although, maybe instead of sending that person over just for a moment, you connect to the Forebear Ruin. Because if you connect to the Forebear Ruin, we get 2 science immediately, which gives us the ability to get hyperdrive up this year.
Is it weird that I prefer this connection first and then that? Because I have a feeling that this is probably going to become a colony at some point. I don't know why, but I just feel it.
Sure, but that person still probably ends up going across in the other direction anyway, so.
I suppose you're right. All right, let's connect up the Forebear Ruin. I like this a lot. Are we happy with where we are? Do we need... The way that we finish this mission is if we colonize this person there, up there. Yeah. We need to get another lab down as well. Like, that's something that we need to do soon.
Yes, but that's going to be like a hyperdrive solution lab for us right now. We don't want to have to colonize a whole new area and start building a new infrastructure for labs. That's just a bit much for us right now. So we want to utilize what we have excess, and that is a lot of excess microchips.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's connect this up. Let's just do it. Okay, what do we got? Energy, pay 30, 2 energy. Is that good? No.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Where?
So look at that Forge world that's currently creating just 1 chip.
Yeah.
If that got 1 more ore, it would create another chip, and that extra chip would give us a completion of the mission for the Silthid mission. So that's one benefit you get on that side. And then the other benefit on the other side is the biomass is already fulfilled for the Arctic planet. And then that's just got an extra person it can send out to the Gaia world. The Gaia world no longer, like, there's no resource shortages over that side of the galaxy anymore.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Also, we have hyperdrive here, actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, right? Getting that connection gave us from 28 to 30, so we can use hyperdrives this year.
Which is also kind of why I was thinking maybe the money is... Because, I mean, 30 cash is...
I think we're in the realm where our money now comes from making money. Like, that's what we've been building up to this whole time. Our science is garbage. Our, a lot of the things that would be predictors of success are rough, except we have great money-making potential. I feel like taking a small payday right now instead of using that money to fix the problem is cart horse. Now, I will say, before you make that connection of passing that one over, we also have the option of using that energy instead in the Arctic facility specifically, we make a colony that gets the extra person into the Gaia world. The Gaia world actually does give its extra biomass to the Arctic facility, and then we use the energy from the Forebear ruin as a good in the Arctic facility instead. Because it's going to be hard to get goods in there.
Wait, hold up. So this becomes a colony.
Well, something over there becomes a colony that feeds into the Gaia world, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, God, everything's just so trash here, isn't it?
I mean, it's a two-way trade if the arid world in the bottom right does it.
It is a two-way trade, actually. That's the end of the year. I'll undo that in a second. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's...
And then you would connect that to the Arctic that currently exists?
Yep.
Yep. And then it would just be simply a case of throwing the energy as the good in the Arctic world.
44 to 41. Do we pass up on three income?
100% no. Now time matters to us more than 3 income.
Wait, you said 2 contradictory statements there.
We don't pass that up because time matters more to us than income right now. Well, sorry, don't pass up as in do not pass up the opportunity to turn that into a colony early.
Yes, okay, yes.
Sorry.
That's, yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so there we go. That's great. Good in there. Successful. Excellent. We should get a... we should get a lab.
So we
should get a lab.
We can do it that way. Full stop.
Okay.
But it's also worth noting that if we do fix the requirements over on the left-hand side of the galaxy, then we don't even need that, and we can leave a floating energy. So it really comes down to, do we want to look at the new missions right now and start working towards them?
Leave a floating energy for now. That seems reasonable, because this is kind of easy to fix if we... It's not kind of easy to
Getting
fix,
the
actually.
wheat over there is rough. Yeah.
Even the water, I mean, that will connect, but it'll only connect with level 2 hyperdrive, which at the moment, I feel like we don't have the velocity to connect up. Could extreme miniaturization something? Maybe it's
That's
worth
actually
scouting?
a good point.
Yeah.
So, just before you do that, I think we probably should do that. But before you do that, where would we put this microchip lab? Right? To try and get as many microchips from all around the galaxy as we can. That's
what I'm thinking. Can't be here because we used the last lensify option. It's probably like, sorry. Probably like here.
Mm-hmm.
That gets us to immediately, and then
it gets us to immediately
thingy. Yeah.
Exactly, and then a miniaturized thingy, and the miniaturized thingy could be the thing that completes the Sylphid mission. It's just that puts it very far away from us.
Does it?
Well, yeah, because we'd have to hyperdrive as well.
I mean...
Because otherwise, how are you getting any resources to that middle block other than the one person?
That's true. That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this line here really torpedoes us, actually, because otherwise we could do it on this side, and we could put a thingy here. Yeah, I think you're right. It is hyperdrive necessary. I mean, either way, I still think this is a pretty decent scan out here.
Yeah. Agreed.
If we hit this 3-banger here, probably. If this is anything that's colonizable, then this is great. Or it could be nothing that's colonizable. That's also, deeply frustrating and very sad.
Tell you what, it's an easier way to get wheat.
Yeah. Kinda.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even be looking to solve it yet. I wouldn't even be giving it. Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's out of range.
Yeah. It's an interesting one though, because like there is something here, you know, with the lensifying the lava planet. There's like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that does actually. It takes freaking, you know, 2 other planets to make it so, but it does work. Could lensify the Forge world as well. I mean, it's possible.
I'm not entirely against that.
There's got to be something that's just better to colonize up here. That's what kind of frustrates me. There is a scan there, but I mean, that's no guarantee that that's going to give us anything decent. Even colonizing this and then hyperlaning across is not great.
Certainly not excellent.
I mean, we could... This will work, I think, as a level 3 hyperdrive thing. But, I mean, I doubt we're even going to hit it, to be honest, at this rate.
Why don't you click hyperdrive for me for a second, see the kinds of connections we can make with that.
It's a good shout. I mean, the lab is one, which is excellent. The length is... We can do that right now.
So that can... Yeah, that's a prosperous and a successful. Good money.
Can't afford that. That's okay. That's 2. It's 2, but it does prosper it. Yeah.
And I think there's a better asteroid to pop for that if we are going to do that.
Yeah, I was just testing.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Maybe we don't even get hyperdrive at the moment. I like hyperdrive so much, though.
Really?
It's so good.
It gets a successful and a prosperous immediately. And it's something that we are going to want to get along our path. Like, because extreme miniaturization is just going to be very expensive to do anything with at the moment.
You know what
Maybe we just loop that energy back into the system and get the missions.
Yeah.
Before unlock, go back before you do it, though.
Yeah, that's literally exactly where I'm at, to be honest. I think we do.
We're finally on the same wavelength in the same slipway. I say finally, like it's not relatively common still.
All right, so that's that done. Let's look at the missions. Yeah. 2-way trades, 1 more Forge World planet, a lab studying biomass. LMAO is what I have to say to that. That is Orbital Potato's official comment on the matter. LMAO. This is easy. That's a given. That we have a route map for that happening, right? Literally
super easy.
Yeah, 1 hyperplane away.
We aren't biomass gamers. I think we take the Euphorian tech, and I think we're really actually quite happy to have to take the Euphorian tech. And the reason for that is because it will decrease the cost of the hyperdrives.
Yeah. Okay. So then hyperdrives.
I
think.
Good.
Yep. Does this give us cash? No, it doesn't give us cash.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to get a lab? No, it wouldn't be possible. Actually, no. Tell a lie. It might actually be possible for us to get a lab, that, and that. This is 1 science right now. Which I don't like. I don't like. I'm just sort of thinking in terms of cash.
Yeah, that's a very expensive 1 science, and it moves it further away from other things that would then be contributing in later.
Yeah. I mean, the obvious one is that finish the mission, but then that still leaves us with a whole bunch of 2-way trades that need to be done.
Hey, 2-way trades aren't impossible for us, right? Let's look over in the top right of the galaxy in particular. That Gaia world. Baby, if that ain't... Oh, hang on. That's on full exports right now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
As in...
Hold up, actually. 71.
Okay, I'm interested.
This is now imminently viable as a place when we get extreme miniaturization, which we will get not next year. But it's very viable.
Maybe next year. Maybe we find a forge bear or something like that.
A forge bear, indeed. A forge bear. Oh no, not the I like it though. I like this though. We don't have to do it. I mean, it is actually a reasonably cheap play though. I mean, what does it cost? It costs us like 12. No, it costs us more than 12. What's 10 more than 12? 22. That's what it costs us.
For +5 income, which I'm not entirely against. It also makes the adjacent asteroids much better.
Yes,
my hesitation would be. My hesitation would just be how far are we to the next size of galaxy?
2 planets away.
Takes us kind of close. So after we set this up, we have 4 gold, and we also have 3 months left in the year. So we can send out a scan before we do this to try and help us decide if this is right. And if you can get a 4-banger over on that right side next to the Gaia world, oh, you tested that a bunch of times. Yeah. It wasn't a 4-banger in any way, right? How about if you try and incorporate the one on the far left there? So like it'd be just down. Down.
It's either this one or this one. Hold on. I mean, oh god. I think we do. I think we do this, and then we just. In fact, actually, hold up. That's not terrible, yeah. And then we just do a 2-banger.
Yeah, do that.
Now.
There's your Forge Bear.
Literally
Forge Bear.
Literally so many. Okay, I think we now. Okay, first we gotta do this. We still gotta follow through on this because I actually now really. I really like this as a tourism world. Now, I think that's great.
Oh, so do I. But you have exactly enough money to set that up as a tourism world this year.
Oh yeah, you're good.
If you do another scan, you can't do it anymore.
It's a very good shout. Also, asteroids. Yeah. I think we should just roid up this year. That one, then that one. That takes us to New Year. Look at this money. It's taken us a while, but we're there. I mean, lab this year maybe. Maybe. I mean, we are so science poor.
We are, and we definitely need it. You're not wrong.
Skill up. Oh my god.
You're right. We 100% need to start focusing on science again.
Okay, is this... Okay.
Excellent.
Good. That's out of range.
Hang on. Could you lensify the middle desert planet down there for me and see if that's in range?
Hilarious. It is.
Can't afford it.
Is.
It is.
Oh, it's not gonna.
One
enough.
short, even with that. Okay, well, that's the next year plan then. Undo one. Yeah,
I think that's okay. I think that's okay. So we have one more planet to go. I mean, if I was to do this... Oh, it's out of range. It will be within range. Okay. It's a little less appealing. It's frustrating, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. Can we solve any other problems now? You know what? This is something that we should do, even if it means that we're hanging. Like, this solves 2 happiness problems for 1 unhappy planet. Like, it's just straight up, I think, a better trade. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
You're right, it's not. Yeah. Yeah.
What else? What else is solvable now? I don't necessarily know if there's anything else that's solvable.
There's 2 wheat issues down in the south. Each are either individually going to need to be fixed. I mean, honestly, like, we don't need extra outputs from either of those planets, thankfully. And because we don't, maybe they're just, mind-controlled planets later on.
Well, that's the thing. We need to probably invest in more research if we want to get mind control.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming that what we're now doing is just shoring up problems that we can before the end of the year and focusing on research.
I think that's the play. I mean, is there another research lab that we have that is doable?
We have no concentration of things that aren't ore or the microchips right now.
I think maybe the pitch is robots and study it here. So we get a lab here, robots coming in from there. Maybe we find some water from here, boosh that in there. Bish that over here into another robot.
Can that connect the primordial to the... Sorry?
Yep.
Can that primordial connect to the colony in the top left that you just founded, the arid colony?
No, that will not. We would need to lensify the thingy here.
Right, of course.
Or actually maybe this. There could be like a little route around the top here.
I don't like that there's only, one source of robots there that we're kind of banking around at the time. It's worth noting we are about to create robots up in the other area for the other Xenotaurus facility as well, so maybe that becomes a studyable area instead.
Yeah, it's doable. It's definitely possible.
How much is the negative for trying to double study the same resource?
2, I think. I can't even check. Hold on. And
top. Yeah.
So it gives us 1. As opposed to... It would give us 2. Yeah, so it's 2. It's 2 negative, I believe. Yeah, diminishing returns, -2.
Hey, we could actually pog up that lab there. Because it's got 2 people, it's got 2 ore, right? It can take an extra ore, it can take an extra people. Don't know where the people's coming from, but I know where the ore's coming from. Either there or the bottom left one.
At some point, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there a world where we maybe just abandon extreme miniaturization?
Surely. For what?
99 cash as opposed to 67, maybe?
That does appeal.
Flexible
we can have
fabrication.
a lot of expensive things.
Quantum compute. The other part of me is also kind of just like, maybe we just make up for all of our shortcomings with extra better labs. Like, we have a very small number of labs that do...
We have 6 years left playable, right? Even if we get 2 extra science per lab, in order to be worth the cost of that Vittori tech, the 26, we would need what? A total of 13 triggers. We currently have 2 labs down on the board, so we would need an extra lab in the next 2 years to break even by the time we end the game.
That's doable.
For no benefit. There's the swamp. Wait, we need to rewind. We just came here to test the diminishing returns on lab.
Oh yeah, there we go. I don't think that there's anything else that...
I think I actually do spot one thing we can do. Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. November, December. Yeah, okay, never mind. It would take us to the new year to pop a asteroid right now, right?
No.
No, what? Okay. Connect the swamp world in the middle with the remnant.
Very good.
2 more prosperity before the end of that year.
2 more prosperous is good. Is good. Solar superconductors.
I mean, I'm looking at it. We have that one desert planet there in the middle. That would be able to take a chip from basically anything, right?
Yeah.
From the Forge World down to the right. It would have the energy coming out of it. If it wants to get a second ship, it would want a robot to be put in from the other Forge World, but the other Forge World would need extension, so it would need the stable jumps rather than reactionless drive. And all of that to get 2 energy in an area that would then fund it over to the wheat. Solving those wheat problems is nice, but it's a long road to hoe for very little benefit if we plan ultimately to mind control those.
I'm not sure that we're going to be able to.
You don't think we're getting there?
Not unless we get another lab down.
Well, I mean, extreme miniaturization is 16. The follow-up from it is what at the moment for us right now? 16 also, right?
14.
So we are
14. Yeah.
14. Wow. Which means we're only 2 years from now looking at level 3 techs, and the mind control is only 31. If we are setting up a lab at any time in the near future or increasing the value of our current labs, we can get to mind control.
I think we can do it. I absolutely think that we can do it.
I don't disagree.
Okay. Here's a pitch. We use all of the output, the ore output from here into a new lab. Like here, I guess, which we just hyperlane people. This is going to be so unbelievably expensive.
No, I want to hear this out.
Okay. Actually, we can't even do it now because we don't even have the second robot tech. The pitch would be, you know, like a series of labs, like here, another one here, into a robot studying facility there, which would be nice, but it's just too expensive. It's just too late.
The second problem that would solve for us, though, is that Swamp World could then take one of the robots and pop that robot for the wheat.
Yes.
But it's 2 problems solved by what I'm estimating right now is 300 gold.
Okay, here's a pitch. What if we do this, right, which we're absolutely categorically going to do. The major downside is that it wipes out our cache. But then we connect up the Forebear Ruin.
I'm not against it.
If we are going to do that, though, I would like to scout this area first, because if there's nothing here, or if there's a planet that we can lensify, then it's just free real estate if we're able to like lensify through here and get a good connection to the thing. All right, we've unwound to the point where we're happy. Great, let's do it. That's actually great. That's
that can be lensified.
It can be lensified. Yeah. I kind of like the cache, though. Could maybe lensify this one. Could lensify this one.
To what?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, right, yeah, because that's out of range.
Yeah.
My base.
Yeah. Okay. So that connection there, great. Then this here, because we can boop, boop. In fact, that actually... Look, don't... I'm getting distracted here. Lensify here. That in there. That in there. There we go. Okay. That's good. That means that we need microchips and robots, none of which are going to be particularly difficult to come by because we've got roadmaps on how to do it all already. We exploit that. We move into the next year. We got loads of cash. I think that's decent. And we can connect the Forebear Ruin as well. which we can do right now, or we can rewind and not take that asteroid if you want.
And we can also make that colony take another good after it gets the full connect with the mine.
From here, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. Let's have a look at that Forge Bear ruin.
It's oh, actually,
I mean, that's
we can't. All right. I'm gonna test the money, but I think I maybe prefer maybe either of these two, but probably this. It's 7 income.
7 income ain't nothing. It will take more people. Happily.
We don't have more people. So
you're right.
I know you know that.
I don't think we choose this until we know the adjacencies, though, because it's possible something around here is just like, you give me, biomass, and I will pop off.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, two-way trades. I've completely forgot about them.
Yeah, a lot of our two-way trades were going to happen over in this area, and since have not, because we've started going into inorganic materials rather than organic materials. So basically, we would be looking down to the south of that other area.
Do we want to? Yeah, do we want to scout? Do we want to scout this right now? Because that would be really informative before even colonizing this as a mine, I think.
Sure. I mean, like, all we need to do is that becomes a mine and connects fully into the system before the end of the year, which is like 1 colonization, so it's 3 months. Is it 3 months or 2 months to colonize something, actually?
The mine is
Forge
1.
Worlds cost an extra...
Sorry, 3 months.
The mine is 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I
so
thought it was
3, 1 connection, 1 connection. So it's 5 months total that you need to leave. So basically, what if we get to?
We have time.
August.
We have time.
Well, that would turn biomass into wheat.
That would turn
biomass into that wheat. Makes bots. Can that connect to the swamp?
No.
Sorry, the rendered world.
Yeah, no, it can't. I'm holding Alt. Oh, actually, no. Tell a lie. Come on, potato. It will be able to connect with the hyperdrive.
Okay. Well, that's our bot for that, right?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh, it's a shame we scouted, because we could have done. We could have gotten the bot to make the good for us as well.
You see, the reason that I'm okay with this is because if we get bots here, this area becomes a bot producing science studying research lab area. Like, this is not a bad place
theoretically
for a bot
possible.
lab.
I would. Yeah. Well, show me where you would put up put the bot lab.
I mean, anywhere really, because you've got the mine here, which would feed in to there. That's 2 immediately.
And the problem is the mine still feeds in, unless I misunderstand the microforges, right? What's the second level of microforge? Is it that just straight up you can use it as like a forge world?
It's ore into robots, yeah. Or into
okay,
goods.
So it is. Okay. Well, I feel better about that now.
And actually, tell you what, if we put it like here, then we can actually jump them also into the... Yeah, we can also jump them into the tourist facility here.
Yeah.
I actually like that a lot.
I like that. We're looking at currently a 2-year plan that does not account for the Euphorian mission at all. I agree that we should do it.
Yeah.
But I think we should just be a little cognizant of that, so we know what we're aiming to do in the future. Yeah, you can build the microforge before next year.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
No, we can't. No, I'm just thinking of like chips. No, we can't get the microforge. Yeah. I mean, how much?
You can build it. You
it,
just don't colonize it, right? Because next year we can colonize it otherwise.
Okay. All right. That's where we are. Do we want to do? Oh, we could actually take the science and get it now? Might be worth it. Alternatively, do we want to take the tourist facility and maybe do something? No, in fact, we can't if we want to study research here. Because that'll be our last person being used.
I like the science.
Yeah. All right. And then we take universal miniaturization. Cool. We take the bot fab. We take that.
It's the other Microforge labs coming from the things feeding into the all lab is how we would finish funding the rest of that.
So do we want to loop? We can't loop. Yeah, we can't loop that through, so it's got to be looped there. All right, that's actually pretty decent. I don't think that we should be displeased with this at all. I think that's very happy.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not displeased with it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back in a couple of moments. Feel free to continue.
Yeah. The problem is now the previously highly appealing idea of getting another lab down is no longer as enticing. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I'm not sure that we really have any play to make an additional lab. Unfortunately.
It's entirely possible that's the case, yeah. It would take a long time. It would take a very, very long time for us.
Yeah, it would take a while.
And it hasn't got that many years left that it can pay off. What we can do is try and boost our current labs, which I'd be pretty keen to do.
There we go. That's slightly better. Yeah, slightly more optimal. Maybe if we don't connect this up. I don't know. Is there a play that we can maybe find a second? That's 3 extra science. I mean, that's nothing to sniff at.
It's nothing to turn your nose up at. We did we expand the size of the galaxy? Because we tanked income there. Yeah.
No, I don't think we did. I think that's just a lab. Yeah, that's just a lab.
Wow.
How much is upkeep? 11 upkeep. Is it progressively more expensive?
No, I think it's just
lab upkeep costs 5, 3 for every lab you have. My God. Yeah, that's not great, actually. That's
not excellent.
Very not great. This lab is nowhere near good enough. Also, like it needs to be pogged up big time. Maybe we could
agreed.
Maybe we could just sort this out right now. There we go.
Totally.
Extra income there.
Yeah. Seems good to me.
We could just do another one. We could do another facility. Oh, no. Sorry, we can't. We don't have enough cash. Connect that up there. Okay, that's fine. Two-way trades, Raps. Two-way trades.
Yeah, I've been thinking about him this whole time.
What is the two-way trades? Biomass into persons. That is one there, but then we need an actual wheat source for this planet here.
Exactly.
We need a consistent way to find... We need a consistent way to get them. Something that we can just bish bash bosh, you know, all the way out. I don't even know. how we do that.
Curious. Very curious.
Maybe scout. Maybe scout. See if we can find a second, lo and behold, ocean world, perhaps. I mean, I think this is a fairly good scout call down here. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like leaving that one hanging in the middle, but it really does decrease the value of our scout, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we do this. We got 3 scans for the remainder of this year. Yeah, I think we're happy with this. Oh,
There it is.
How great, how great. In an ideal world, though, we'd be able to get water here, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. It is out of range. It's out of range for now. We will hit the next. In an ideal world, we want to get the tech discount before taking stable jumps.
Stable jumps is currently 3 years away, even.
Yes.
Or 2 years if in the next 2 years we finish the Ephorian one, which is just not happening. We don't have enough double ones. So let's think of some of the biggest opportunities that exist in the game for a double trade, right? Yep.
That
People
right there.
People in primordial planets are really, really good because then people water people, you know. The ocean colonies, as we'd mentioned prior. Rock people rock, obviously with a mineral planet. Remnant planets are quite good for it as well. For, you know, people chips people.
Yep, people chips for sure.
Yeah, we don't have any colonies over there that do take
up.
chips. Yeah,
there we go. That's 2. That's a 2-banger. Oh, actually, for goodness sake, hold up.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, that's a great asteroid right now.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 2-way trade. That's a 2. Okay, we're 3. We're 50% of the way there. And actually, very nice. Okay, that's real good. That's real good. I like this.
It's not awful.
I like this. A wheat planet down here would be very, very cool.
So wheat always makes people, but people never make wheat, which makes making 2-way trades with colonies really, really, really hard unless it's the other resource.
Very true.
I mean, people make wheat in, you know, habitat and a couple other things, but that's like mainly Dender's realm.
So this is an expensive way to solve the problem.
It's not a 2-way.
Oh, no, it's not.
It has to be able to take a person.
We're out of peeps. I didn't even spot. Yeah, we're out of peeps there. That's,
yeah.
More scouting, maybe? More scouting, maybe.
Might be the order of the day.
I do be your farmer. It's
Oh, it's an honest job. Honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
I mean, up here maybe. I think this area. I mean, does biomass?
Yeah, because biomass makes people in Arctic colonies.
Is it Arctic? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, do the 4 and their 5, 4 and the 3 rather.
No. What do we got? Reactionless drive, skill download. Can we skill up? Yeah, we can skill up. We could skill up this. We could skill up this to link to the primordial. It's an option.
Yeah, it's an option. I think it solves fewer problems than if we just had increased range.
We should also skill up this to get that. Like that is something that we could do.
It also could, but I still think we should wait for the range. So, like, an example of something we'd be able to do with the... Well, it feels like we've seen so many examples of what we can do with a rage, and then I can't think of them right now.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's really good. We will be able to solve a lot of problems. Make a ton of extra cash. I think we still keep scanning, to be honest. Just do that.
Wait a second. Hang on. I think I had a brain boom moment. Okay, so when you make a microforge lab and you put a single ore into it in order to create microchips, it creates 2 microchips, right?
Yep.
So there is the remnant facility that is feeding into our ore lab. The top remnant facility feeding into our ore lab has an extra ore. If that ore went into a microchip, a microforge that's making microchips, and then one of those microchips went into the other microforge, and then the other microchip went into the ocean world. I'm looking at a plan where we make the second Xenotourism facility prosperous, but while it does that, it also creates the robot that goes in there as well. So all it creates, it costs us 1 structure and a couple of slipways, but we make something prosperous. We get more income, we get another 2 microforges going off. So you would move the microforge lab closer to the other microforge lab so that it has the ability to reach up to the prosperous, or to the ocean.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. But this doesn't give us 2-way trades, though, does it? Like, this is not...
Well, no, this isn't a plan for 2-way trades. This is a plan for just, like, efficiency of income. I mean, you don't have to make those hyperlanes if you just put that on the bottom side of that.
You're very correct.
Push it over closer.
I'm not... Hold on. This might be... Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It needs to be closer to the currently established one in order to be... Yeah. Good old buddy.
Nestle. Wow.
Yeah.
He's a genius. Which is nice. It's very nice. It's very nice income.
Yeah, exactly. But what's that done for us? Is the ultimate question, right? It gets us closer to the next year where we actually get the reactionless hyperdrives the stable jump hyperdrives.
You're not wrong.
We should possibly not even do this right now. This is just a scaffold of a plan.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I had this one game where I can't remember what it was, but I think I had like Dender happiness production facilities or something, and it output happiness directly. And then I combined that with skill up, and it just immediately pogged off, and just things got insane.
Yeah, because skill up increases the production of the thing that it's being made, and the facilities can make happiness.
Yeah, very nice.
I will say, if you don't do this though, so if we completely remove that plan, we just know that that's possible in the future. Yeah. The alternative is when we go to the next year and we get the increased length of the hyperdrives, you can get that swamp planet that is making the excess wheat, take that down to the bottom ocean planet, the ocean colony. That gets an extra person, and then that person goes and trades with the remnant world that we were just utilizing, right? Because, actually, it's not in range to do that.
It will be. It will be in range of extended, I think. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even if it isn't, then it can just use the the mineral lab that's closer, right?
Oh, actually, yeah, there's two of those, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's a 2-way trade between those two.
So it's 2-way trades. We need 1 more. Okay, pitch. We scout this, a lensify object. Hopefully we find one amongst these planets, and then we don't have to let... Is there any reason that we're holding on to this Forge World? Does it matter if we just...
There is.
Yeah, I don't think there is either. Screw it. There we go.
That's fine, but you still have to solve the wheat there if you want that to be a two-way trade. Otherwise, you haven't got an extra person.
That's why I didn't.
That's the big problem there. Yeah.
Scouty scout, maybe?
I'm not offended by the idea of a scout.
That's a 5-banger, but it's not the... I think we need to do this one. We need to do the high quality sources.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Now,
that is a two-way trade with your Gaia world.
Yes, but still wheat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are robots here. There are robots freaking everywhere. I swear Silted increases, like, propensity of Forge Worlds in the game.
I think it may do. That Arctic world, though, that colony will take a biomass and give out a person's. That's a two-way trade. And then if we got any wheat in this area... So, yeah, everything is about if we got wheat in this area, we can do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just getting the wheat there is really hard.
I mean...
Alternatively, we could just make wheat from the Earth world, right?
Yeah.
Because by base, it gives out 2 wheat.
Then the water from the lensified planet would be a two-way trade.
It would, and it also leaves you with the ability to set up the Arctic afterwards.
And we could even get robots.
Theoretically,
here.
But we do have 2 years left.
Yeah, I know.
Let's be realistic. We're not looking down the barrel of our highest score.
I don't think we are.
I think one problem I've spotted over the course of this occurring, and you know, at no point when I try and analyze a run like this am I ever saying that we did everything absolutely perfectly and therefore it can't be done in any other way and GG, game broken, etc. Blah blah blah. That's not my style. It never has been. But love putting a but after that sentence. But I've had this same situation happen to me constantly while trying to approach a Xenotourism build from many different angles. The amount of input that you have to do into making your first Xenotaurus facility suddenly puts you on such a back foot with response to everything else. It feels like if they, like, maybe the second level of them should just pay off a little bit more, or like have just an extra money production, like after it goes prosperous or something like that. Because too often I end up in exactly this position and it really feels like, well, if I just focus on trade income and making colonies, I would have had people, science, and more money. Like, it feels like you do everything and it doesn't give you back as much as you put into it, whereas other things, just due to trade income, will do better.
I'm going to take this whilst we...
Go for it.
You freaking moron, Potato. Oh, my lordy.
Hey. Actually, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go.
So what's the combination? What's the combination that you want here? What do you think? What do you think is best?
So it would be the aggro world in the Earth-like up in the north.
Okay.
And then it would be the Primordial connects in. This also gives us the ability to connect to that Forge world.
Yes. Good. Yeah. The Forbear rune, not the Forge world, presumably is what you're chatting
Yeah, sorry,
about?
you're right. Yep.
All right, let's do it. Pog, actually. This, not this. This is it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's the play, I think, right? Actually, it's cheaper. Cool. All right, that's.
And then I think we need to get the stable jumps.
Yes, absolutely. Counter pitch.
Yep.
I think we can do the two-way trades this year without
Okay. So we had a scaffold for another two-way trade over here with the
Lensify.
but that does require the extra reach.
No, it doesn't. That's fine. That's the two-way trade right there.
Yep. But where's your final?
That's the problem. Which we must be able to find one. I'm convinced we must be able to find one. Yeah, so that's the two-way right there for sure. Persons into wind biomass. There's gotta be one, Reps. There's gotta be one. Okay, here's the maybe the Hail Mary play is to try and hope that we can lensify to here and like ping it around to this planet. I don't know if that gets your endorsement.
I'm just thinking in September.
Yeah.
Do we have time to get to stable jumps for 20% less this year? Or do we just get it?
Yeah, maybe we just get it. Maybe we just get it.
I like just getting it because we take it and then we can use things that we already have established to make one of the two-way trades. And we can do that before the end of this year. And then next year, when we're not really getting income at the end of the year because we're just ending, we can then make the final two-way trade with an extra planet, increase the size of the galaxy. Who cares at that point, right? This extra gives us the ability to build over on the right. The wheat from the swamp goes down into the colony. Yeah, and that connects.
Wheat from the swamp. Yep. Good stuff. And
it's one of the two-way trades.
I'm just thinking, because, like, would we be able to get another tech? Would we be able to get mind control or skill download if we didn't... I don't think we would. I think we'd be like 1 or 2 science off. Yeah, I don't think there's a way that it works. Okay, I mean, now we need to shift into another gear of trying to fix as many resource shortages as we possibly can before the end of the game.
Yeah, and specifically the most dire ones.
Yeah, this one, I think, is very dire. It's 8. So we've got 18%. So there's 2 dyers, I think. Yeah, so this is dire. This is dire. Sorry. This is dire. This is dire. This is meh. Is it maybe scouting?
I mean, yeah, I think that calls for a scout down to the south with the others.
We can fix that for 20, all right? $20, we can fix that problem. What I was going to say about your xenotourism comment earlier, I feel like we are gluttons for punishment, right? Because we are playing on tough mode. And I've spoken to a lot of people. I mean, even Lolash doesn't play on tough mode. You know that? He plays on challenging. Maybe we should switch it up and play some challenging once in a while and actually give ourselves an easier time.
Yeah, I would like to do a couple episodes at some point where we play on, lower difficulties. Challenging included, but also I don't know how low we could even possibly go just to try and get something zany off the ground. Like, this doesn't usually work, but have a look at what we did. Every year has 54 months and it costs 0 to build everything, things like that. That sucked hard, my man. My
that was
God.
Bad. That's medium, that's medium, that's medium.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It's not great.
But yeah, I think that would be a really exciting thing to do at some point. I don't know, maybe next episode. Here's your teaser.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. That's spicy. All right, let's that 2-banger. I don't know. How lucky are you feeling, Raps? We need something for wheat down here. If we get literally one thing for wheat, we're able to lensify this planet. We're able to... We're sorted, you know?
Yeah, scan that 2-banger you just previously identified.
Which 2-banger do you prefer?
The one to the south.
Yeah. How lucky
now you
are
can
you feeling?
exploit the asteroid and get the 3 back.
It's true.
See? That's perfect.
That's You know what? Okay, here's a pitch. Here's a pitch.
Mm-hmm.
This becomes that.
Yep.
This becomes that. This becomes a lens. This becomes a people planet. That trades down there. And then I was thinking of lensing wheat. Literally all the way across.
I don't think you have enough money to do that
or
at all.
Or time. Yeah. All right. Revert to the norm. What? Yeah. Also, one more two-way trade. We still need to squeeze in somewhere.
Yeah. And that would be the Primordium over on the left being incorporated, right? The one we'd seen prior?
Yeah. Well, the banger over here.
Yeah. Can that connect with a leap and long slipway? Yeah. There you go. You don't even have to lensify anymore. Saves you 20. New missions available. Oh my god. Maybe we can finish new missions. We
here, do we do that ramps or do we actually do that next year? Our income goes from 86 down to 37.
Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that next year, right?
Yeah.
It's just that's our 2A trade in the back pocket.
For sure.
So can we do anything with maybe a Forge Lab before the end of this year? Maybe we do the same previous plan, right? The making the Prosperous Lab up in the top. Actually, I don't think we have enough time to do that.
I don't think we have
enough money to do that, rather.
But we could do it next year for sure. My only hesitation is the literally 20% reduction in because the freaking wheat here, though. That's what really grinds.
Yeah,
my
that's
gears.
the big problem, right? It was mind control was our plan for how to deal with that, but we needed more science more quickly.
To be fair, the fact that we only have 2 planets that are struggling is not bad. Like we're gonna finish just above, I think, 100% science. Because remember, we can always reconnect. That's an easy connect. What about we just scout this? Hope that it's a wheat planet. Can we maybe make this a 2-banger? No. Okay.
They are mutually exclusive, but sure.
Really?
Hey, we've got a lot of remnant planets here, and that's what Vittori likes, and we've got a lot of Forge Worlds here, and that's what Silphid likes. It does kind of feel like they are increasing their spawn incidence as a function of the classes we've taken or the races we're playing in our council.
And thinking about it, like we probably had more mineral worlds when we played Bakar as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next pitch. Let's scout this.
Sure.
I am. What?
Well, I mean, that Primordium can just throw a wheat in there to minus our happiness from 8 to whatever it will have for hanging the
All right.
input.
This is the one, Rhapsody. This is the one.
Oh, okay. Is it? Yeah, this is the one.
I mean,
That's the one.
You know what's sad about this? Lensify doesn't increase your scanner range.
Yeah. That's not even a great area down there. Good lord.
Yeah. I'm aggressively disappointed that we haven't found a viable system.
Well, I will say, we say that, and yet the win condition is get to the end of the game. What we're currently doing is get to the end of the game and also have more than 5 stars, possibly up to 5 platinum stars, if that is even a tier that exists. I've only seen 3.
Yes, it's a... yes, we are... Okay, you know what? Let's shred some roids.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they're not even... Ugh.
They're not great, but they're more than nothing. That one's pretty good.
That one's okay, yeah. Okay. End the year. 1 year remains. Let's do the guaranteed banger right in there. Let's check missions.
Then,
maybe.
Sure. One more remnant to Prosperous is probably not impossible. Let's have a look at each of our different remnant options at the moment to do that with, right? Let's go from the left of the galaxy to the right.
It's literally this one. It's literally this one, I think. No, sorry, and
Is
this
it?
one.
Yeah, exactly, right? That one over on the left, that has the ability to loop that in, but it doesn't have enough successful adjacencies. It has 2 more import-exports. That's a lot that it's asking for.
Yeah.
Could that be done? Maybe.
Actually,
Maybe.
yes, maybe. Look, see? Because here, successful adjacency, here.
Well, that does nothing.
Because that
would
needs
need
another
ore.
import.
Which you can get. Yeah, you can loop that mineral
No.
planet up the north in.
Time.
Yeah, time.
That's
Yeah.
bloody close, though. Like, that's...
It is close, but it would still need, extra person or an extra water. Like it's got a lot.
What
there
about this
is that one that you previously identified. That would need a water, and then it's got 1 successful adjacency total. So it's also similarly hard.
even less likely.
Are there any other remnants in our system at all?
That's it. That's it. The other one is Prosperous right in the middle here.
We definitely can't connect a new one and make it Prosperous
No.
in time, so I don't think we can do that mission. How about the other ones?
Robit production.
Okay. Yeah. Hard no.
Well, how many robits do we get when we make a... one? We get 1 robot when we stick him in a forge. Okay, that's a no. 8 pairs of... I feel like this is doable, this one. That's what's frustrating.
Except it isn't.
Except it isn't.
The big problem is the fact that we would need to also get an additional person in, as well as all of the other things that we would have to do for it, right? And that successful adjacency that you set up previously, that's a great play. It accomplishes 2 things at once, but it's the only thing that we can do that can accomplish 2 things at once here. If that makes goods, and you put that in, then you can also get the microchip out to there.
Yeah.
But then that still needs an ore.
Nope.
Yeah. That's the big problem, right?
Yeah, there is just
And then
no
after
other...
all that happens, you still need a person to go into the remnant lab.
You know what the sad thing is? We can't... If we could make... If we could make the... If we could make goods from robots here, we could do this. I think. But we just can't.
Well, you still need to send the robots. We're still in November, and that would still need an extra output, which is the big problem. And also, then you need an extra person in. It's too many things. It just
too many.
we are
You're
time limited
right.
every
You're
way
right.
from the capability of doing it.
Yeah.
The forge bear forebear. The forebear still has a robot that it needs to send up to eliminate some unhappiness.
Have I unrewound as much as I can? Think so. Yeah. So that's that there. 103 happiness, man. I'm so miffed that we've not been able to do them. What about we scan this planet? Maybe this gives us the way. This one right here, this weak signal. could be the one, Reps.
Maybe. I don't think it really accomplishes
No,
much.
I don't think it does either. Anything that we can connect up internally that would give us some extra goodies. I mean, that's
How many more months do we have in this year?
6.
6. I don't know if we have enough money to do it, but we could try and still prosperous that Xenotourism facility.
I think it might be the months that are
way too expensive.
Also the
yeah, exactly, because you'd have to use hyperlanes for pretty much everything, which makes it super expensive.
Oh,
that goes across there, that goes across there, and then we would need 9 more to be able to do it. But you know what? I really, really, really hate to say this, but I think there is a version of this run that has a lot of an easier time doing things that we ended up wanting to do, and it's the run that has Bakar, and Bakar has the ore delivery gives you 6 perk. Because we're doing a lot of ore delivering, and especially when we're setting up microforge labs, we're doing a lot of ore delivery as well.
I think you're right, actually.
Although, you know, we wouldn't have known. Like, maybe because we got Vittori and Vittori gave us the access to the 2nd level missions, maybe that's why we have hyperlanes and why we have extreme miniaturization. So we couldn't have known, unfortunately.
It's true.
I really would like to, like, just be shown all of the perks of the character before I pick them, especially because extreme miniaturization is so big, so impactful, and such a thing that you really want to plan around before you start the run sometimes with your perks.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything that we can do here that would make a difference.
Jagreed. The next thing that we could do to try and make a difference to our happiness would be to try and prosper planets.
I mean, hold up. That is that there.
Mm-hmm.
That there. Okay.
Maybe. Does that prosper anything? I mean, it gets successful, and successful is also nice.
Yeah. But,
we can keep in the back of our mind that we have that access.
Hold on, can that?
Oh, it's November.
Oh.
We don't have many options here. Nice.
This whole time. I mean, that would be the final connection if that's it.
Yeah.
It depends. Is it better to establish a planet, or is it better to successful a planet but leave one hanging?
Well, what's the resource negative of that planet right now? Just -1. And
Although,
what is a normal what's an established planet worth?
That's a great question. I do not know, and I don't think
Successful is prosperity level +1. So both of them have just 1. The difference is net 1 happiness, no matter which of those two you do.
All right. I like the idea of this. I think we just send it. I think we just send it. I think that's it. I think that's all she wrote. I actually think that, all things considered, that was a pretty decent run. I think we should be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that we went hard down the line of going for the Xenotourism, but it does feel like we went hard down the line, and now we have one Xenotourism facility and half of another Xenotourism facility's prosperous setup.
Yeah. It's just stalling for cash.
It felt like every time... Exactly. It felt like every time we wanted to set it up, we had something else that we had to do, right?
I think it's one of these things where it might just not be... I mean, either, you know, there's still more... I'm sure there's still more efficiency that we can eke out of this yet. But like I feel like this might just be a strategy that is better suited for like a super cash-rich build, or just an easier difficulty where you're able to just, you know, fly through all of the cash milestones, and there's no sort of downwards trajectory of like mid-game cash stalling, something like that, you know?
Yeah, but it feels like we had to skip after we had a prosperous Xenotourism facility setup, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that I keep... I think that's actually the best distillation of the thing that I keep trying to point to, which is we focused exclusively on setting this thing up for money, and it wasn't enough to keep us afloat over the costs we accrued setting it up.
Yeah. And we didn't even have a particularly loose system. We had to colonize so many planets that it pushed us over galactic limit after galactic limit. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto a winner there. Good news though, a patch is coming down the line. I mean, we're getting closer to full release each and every week we record. It's getting closer. It's very exciting.
Damned excited. It's I just had an idea, but I'll pitch it to you off air.
Okay. All right. A spoiler for next time, mayhaps. On that note, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap this episode up. Thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Open Potato. He's been Rhapsody. Check out links, channel, then description below, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Adios.